Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. This is Lauren. Say hi.
Hi.
And there was a spider in here just a couple seconds ago, so I had to do my duty, my fiance duty, and kill it. Even though I'm the one who's scared of spiders, she still made me kill it, which I don't see that quite as fair. But you know,
It's okay.
it's okay. I guess I'll kill the spiders
You
from
have
now
to
on.
face your fears.
Yeah. So basically, guys, we're drinking some good friggin' whiskey today.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited because I have had most of these. One I have not had is the first batch of Bookers from this year. I actually just scored that from Woodman's earlier this week or last week. It was last week. And yeah, so I'm excited to bust into that and see how good that is. But I need a hat.
Why do you need a hat?
Because I always wear a hat.
Okay, but I don't think they care if you're wearing a hat.
I care if I'm wearing a hat. I look like a goober.
You are a goober.
But yeah, so Lauren and I went to Chicago on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it was fun. And I got some good whiskey down there, but not for me. It is actually for a friend of mine, so he will be buying that from me. But I got an Angel's Envy store pick at 107 proof, and I got a Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered down there.
Wow.
That tastes like grape juice.
No doubt.
It's yummy. But, guys, I'm excited. Casey is also excited. He's in the house. Cheers, Casey, to you. Also, Casey, if you're watching, don't tell anybody what I got in Chicago, whiskey-wise. I told them all they need to know for now. So, anyway, I don't know what I want to start with tonight. I'm really looking forward to getting into this Booker's. Since I have not had it yet, but I might do a little bit of warm-up whiskey, and that might be probably one of my newer ones, I would think. You know what? I'll start with the Maker's Mark BRT02 because I don't know if I've drank that one on camera yet. Have I?
What was the one that was over here?
That's FAE01
Oh,
or
that's the one I
FAE02.
had.
This is the one that released this year, and
Wait, you're not gonna ask me what the surprise I brought was?
oh, what's your surprise? Lauren brought a surprise today.
You don't
Apparently.
really care.
I care. It's some kind of food, she said, that we can eat it during the live stream. So
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You have to unwrap it.
Jelly beans.
They're holiday.
Holiday flavored jelly beans. Is there eggnog in there?
Pumpkin pie, eggnog, cranberry sauce, hot chocolate, and candy cane.
Wow. Unreal.
My
That
boss
sounds
gave me these.
very interesting. Sounds very interesting. I'm excited to try the eggnog ones. Tony in the chat says give it up for the Woodford.
Have
The Woodford is so good. And thanks for coming in, Tony. I don't know if I've seen you here. But thanks for coming in. I'm glad to have you here. The Woodford, though, really, really good. I'm going to be getting into that a little bit later. Kind of have the power hitters over there, but
there's only 2 cranberries.
which ones are cranberries? That's
The red ones.
Yeah. Sugar Kitty is also in the house. Meow. Cheers to you, Sugar Kitty. Thanks for coming in. Meow to you too.
Why'd you say it like that?
What?
Meow.
Meow. Joe Dickinson is in the house. Rich Dickens says, so you're going to warm up with the best obtainable whiskey of the year. Basically. I figured, why not? It's one of the ones I've drank the least, and I don't know if you guys have even seen any of my thoughts on this one. And it's significantly cheaper than the rest of them is really the thing. So, but it is freaking delicious. Last time I tried it, I remember it being really good. So,
The peppermint ones are yummy.
the peppermint ones are yummy.
Oh yeah.
Which one's the eggnog? I want the
Hold on, I'm
eggnog.
gonna separate them.
Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, BRT02 is part of the Maker's Wood Finishing series, and this is a dark expression filled with notes of fruit, nut, and chocolate. It is the BRT stands for barrel rotation temperature, and BRT02 is all about the final years of reaction at the bottom, where it is cooler year round. You'll find darker, heavier characteristics along with some fruit and chocolate, which are 2 of my favorite notes in whiskeys.
Even
So
chocolate, you could have a jelly bean with it.
I could pair it. But first, I will start off with the nose. It does smell really good. Like I get like a creme, like a creme de la creme, but like a fruity, almost like a creme brulee, but with fruit. And like the chocolate is very apparent. It smells fantastic though. So, and there's some spice on here too. It's the proof comes through on the glass on the nose here. It is only 109.4 proof. So as far as cast strength goes, pretty low compared to other cast strengths that we're going to be drinking tonight. But it smells fantastic. So I guess we're going to go ahead and taste it.
Do the tasty taste.
There's a good considerable amount of spice on here. And the mouthfeel is really nice. And it has those dark characteristics, a lot of oak presence in this, coming with that chocolate. I think they're playing really well together. And that red fruit is also kind of there, but it's spicy. And I don't know if it's spicy proof or spicy flavor. I think it's a little bit of both, but it definitely is drinking its proof. Granted, I've had about 1, maybe 2 pours out of this bottle so far. So it still probably is close to the neck pour. But overall, I'd say that this bottle is fantastic. Personally, I really like the Maker's Mark Limited series. I love a lot of Maker's Mark products, actually. So this one definitely doesn't disappoint. When I review this bottle, which I will get to after Advent, I'll probably put out a Patreon video comparing it to the FAE02, comparing the two of them, see which one I like better. Because I really liked last year's, which was the FAE02. But that being said, back to the comments. Hanging AZ says that Master's Keep is looking good. Yeah, it does look good, doesn't it? And I finally get to drink it tonight with you guys. Because last week, Lauren drank it, and I wasn't allowed to because I didn't do good. I didn't do good enough at the thing. So, and also cheers to you. I don't think I said cheers to you earlier, did I? I don't know. But Tony says haven't had the Wild Turkey Master's Keep yet, but I can't wait to hear what you think about it. Yeah, well, I think highly. But you can go ahead and wait until I get into that one. It's really good. It's a burr rye finished in rye barrels, and it's 105 proof, but it drinks heavenly. So I'm really excited to get into that. We're going to be drinking a lot of good whiskey tonight.
I have wine.
And Lauren has wine. Lauren is drinking a wine called Crimson Moscato. This is from Captain's Walk Winery, which is here in Wisconsin, actually right in Green Bay. One of the only wineries in Green Bay, I think. There's a few.
It's like a Mona Lisa, but
yeah.
I've obviously never been there. So.
But this one is probably Green Bay's most popular winery. Green Bay has a lot more beer than wine. Wine's kind of found up in the Door County area, but this is a really good wine. It's really sweet. If you guys are into the sweet stuff, this tastes like grape juice. Honestly, like.
Well, it's a grape wine mixed with a Moscato.
Yeah. So it's good. It's really sweet though. I mean, I could pound that whole bottle, and I'm sure Lauren probably will before the night's over. But yeah.
Quitters are
Corks are for quitters.
Corks are for quitters.
Yep.
I was gonna say spitters are for quitters, but that didn't make any sense because why would you spit out your wine?
Well, if you're tasting.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, professional tasters, they spit stuff. Yeah, they just get on the palate and then they spit. They don't even swallow it because they get too drunk. That's more for whiskey though than it is for wine.
Why would you not want to get wine drunk?
Well, they're doing it professionally to taste something, not to be drunk. But I'm gonna try one of these.
That's a chocolate one.
Yep, maybe I'll try it with this whiskey. Although I don't know if I want to win the whiskey with it, but.
Is it good? Is it gross?
It tastes like chocolate. I don't even know how you would tell if it's supposed to be hot chocolate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of tastes like a slightly less aggressive version of a Tootsie Roll. So, like, it's good.
Did you say a Tootsie Roll?
Tootsie Roll?
Not a Tootsie Roll?
Is it T-U-T or is it T-O-O-T? Toot. T-O-O-T is toot, not toot.
I've never met anyone who called it a Tootsie Roll.
It's just what it is. It's a Tootsie Roll.
Yes, but when you have someone named Tootsie, it's spelled like Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, but you don't call people whose names are Tootsie.
I've never met a single Tootsie in my life.
There was a waitress at one of the restaurants in Ripon that her name was Tootsie. You know, you got me all screwed up. His name was Tootsie, and it was spelled Tootii, whatever the fuck you spell it.
Peter White, cheers. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, no, I definitely think it's Tootsie, but
Was it
Henry's
Tootsie
just
or Tootsie?
like
I think
back.
it's Tootsie.
Oh.
I'm gonna go with a Tootsie Roll. You really have your whole life has said I'm gonna go with a Tootsie Roll?
I don't know. I'm sure I've said it both ways before. It just came out Tootsie Roll this time.
I don't like
Henry, he
it.
says, I would never spit out whiskey. How dare you? I haven't either. Personally, most of the flavors actually come through on the finish for me. So, like, on the actual palate and then, like, the front, like, I can get an immediate reaction to it. But one of my favorite parts about whiskey is actually the finish. So I personally don't like the idea of spitting it out, but people do that, believe it or not, which is a damn shame. That's good. That's kind of good with the Maker's Mark, honestly. Not bad. Not
It
bad.
takes a long time for the chocolate to come through.
I know, it's kind of like lackluster. That's why I said it's like a toned down Tootsie Roll.
I like Tootsie Rolls.
I like Tootsie Rolls too. 4-leaf whiskey's in the chouse.
I just think you don't know how to talk.
Chat/house. Cheers, Stacy. Thanks for stopping in. We finish off your pan of bread pudding. We did share with a couple friends.
We're not a bunch of badasses.
Yeah, but to be fair, we ate more than half of it. Yeah.
It was yummy.
Casey, the guy, Casey Tisler, he's in here. He ate the other half of the pan. He liked it too, though.
And Josh.
Yeah, Josh did too. Maybe he'll be showing up here again tonight. But hang on, he says toot toot, toot toot. Hop aboard the bourbon train. Toot toot.
You can eat these.
Which ones are these ones?
Not good.
Oh, these are gonna be the pumpkin pie, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't like them. Wait, maybe I do like them.
I just don't think you were expecting pumpkin pie.
Tastes like a.
It tastes like your It tastes like those pumpkin spice Cheerios that you had. Those holiday Cheerios. It tastes exactly like that.
All right, I'm gonna try the eggnog.
All pumpkin spice stuff tastes like the same to me. So, you know. Yeah, Casey says that bread pudding was fantastic.
And he had it like 5 days old.
Yeah, well, not 5 days. It was
3.
We did live stream on Tuesday, and he ate it on Friday.
He's not gonna taste like anything.
The eggnog ones don't?
No.
But guys, I think this is fantastic. And definitely, if you guys are a fan of Maker's Mark products, I think it definitely does resemble Maker's Mark in some ways. But if you guys like Maker's Mark, I highly suggest buying it because this is a great expression from them.
This
and
one's really
I can't
yummy.
wait to compare it.
But it's the last one, so we'll have to enjoy it.
Okay, well, I'll put it off to the side for later. But I want to open up another whiskey. I think I'll go probably to the Woodford Batch Brew.
Oh, am I supposed to grab it? Here it is.
You can put that one over there. So, this one's fantastic. I can't wait to put these in a blind against each other because I love them all, but I also paid like a pretty hefty price for all of them. So it's like, I don't want to be blinded by the price when I'm drinking them. So putting them in a blind is really going to kind of... Hefty. Stinky. Right? That's what the commercial was. It was like, stinky.
Why do you say commercial like that?
Hefty. That's how you say commercial.
Oh my god, you drive me crazy.
To be fair, you know, we're getting into hockey.
You can't say we're getting into hockey when we haven't even watched the hockey.
We went ice skating in Chicago this past weekend, and we had a lot of fun. And we were talking about, before we went to Chicago, we were talking about how we would like to get into hockey. And so when we were in Chicago, we went to the Blackhawks store, and we did some ice skating. And yeah, it seems like, and tonight we were thinking about watching the Blackhawks game. So...
What if other people don't like the Blackhawks and they don't want to watch us anymore?
Well, we haven't fully decided on the Blackhawks being our team yet, but realistically, they're the closest. Them and the Minnesota Wild. That's the name, right? Minnesota Wild. Those are the two closest NHL hockey teams.
But we're not gonna cheer
near
for
us.
Minnesota team.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Minnesota. I mean, the thing about the Blackhawks, they're one of the first 6 teams in the NHL before they did the expansion. So I think That's cool. It's kind of like the Packers, rich history in the game and being an important role. I think that's cool. They're also usually, this year they suck apparently, but usually they're pretty good. So it's nice rooting for a team that's good at a sport, and unlike the Packers. And so yeah, we just decided Blackhawks would probably
we won last time we played.
be a good one. That's true. Packers did win.
Kicked the Bears' ass.
Yeah. Forley Pussy says, glad you guys liked it. Yes, we definitely did. Derek says, cheers to everybody. Thank you, Derek. Thanks for coming in. Pumpkin spice is amazing. Yeah, I like the pumpkin spice.
We have a pumpkin spice coffee, but Holden had too much of it, and now he can't drink it.
The thing about that coffee, though, is like...
We also bought it in like August, and I just feel like I couldn't drink it that early because it was like I had a problem drinking pumpkin spice flavored things when it was hot as heck out.
Yeah,
it's easier to drink it in like September.
The thing is with pumpkin spice and coffee, it's like coffee is so strong, right? And especially when it's hot. And so when you have something spicy like that and like a strong hot coffee, it's really aggressive. So it's like pumpkin spice on crack. That's basically what the coffee was like. Which it wasn't bad, but it's like you better be fully prepared for pumpkin spice. And I don't put like creamer in my coffee. I put like a spoonful of artificial sweetener.
A spoonful of sugar.
But that's it. So it's still black. I mean, it's a little bit sweeter, but it's still black, and it's just really aggressively. I think it would go well with a little bit of creamer.
Milk, yeah.
Or milk, yeah. But we're going to pull out the Woodford Reserve. Well, we have it out. We're going to pull the cork out of the Woodford Reserve, and it's going to be going into a Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans Glencairn. Now, this, guys, is 118.4 proof. MSRP was $130, I believe. That is what I paid for it. And it's fantastic. I don't know what more you guys want me to say. I do have reviews out on it if you guys would like to watch them. Last week, 2 or 3 weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago now, Lauren blended this with...
Sugar Kitty, I don't remember.
Was it an ECBP?
It might have been.
Lauren blended this with something, and it literally made some of like the best whiskey I ever had. And it was really good. But by itself, it's fantastic. It smells like just like this pure alcoholic like maple syrup, which is awesome. I love that. And there's like a considerable amount of oak, but also a lot of brown sugar. And I think brown sugar is like a great note to get in whiskey because it's almost like it should be a typical whiskey note, but it's not. It's not in as many whiskeys as I had originally thought when I started getting into whiskey. But it's one of my favorite parts about Woodford Reserve and kind of the Brown-Forman lineup is that's usually the kind of bottle that would have that brown sugar.
Kinds.
Yeah, they do. You like that?
Yeah, it smells very good with my minty chili bean.
Which one's minty?
This one is peppermint.
Oh.
It's actually very
good. I probably shouldn't eat that one
while I'm
drinking
it's not like super minty, but it just leaves that like cooling feeling in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be a perfect like after dinner jelly bean.
Oh. It's literally so good. It kind of tastes like a double oak product. Like it kind of tastes like Woodford double oak, but if it was at a higher proof because it's super like sweet and rich and viscous and that syrupy note is in there.
Imagine if you talked about me the way you talk about whiskey.
I do talk about you the way I talk about whiskey.
That is a lie.
No, it's not.
You don't go up to people like, yeah, she's so sweet. She tastes like maple syrup.
And so juicy and viscous. Yes, I do tell people that. But no, in all seriousness, guys, this like all those notes from the nose come to play on the palate as well. But it's like a considerable amount of oak in this, a little bit of oak spice. And like, I want to say there's like a little bit of vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's so good. It's so, like, classic Woodford, but at, like, the body and proof of this and the mouthfeel even, so nice. Honestly, I have some guesses for, like, what I think my best of the year is going to be. What I'm going to do, the way I'm going to do best of the year, guys, is I'm going to be doing a blind flight of all 10. I haven't picked out all 10 whiskeys yet.
10?
Yep, we're gonna
have to fill this on like a Friday night.
True. Well, I'm gonna have 10 whiskeys laid out. It'll be 10 of the best bottles that I have bought. And so the way I'm gonna be doing this is it's not gonna be.
Do you even have 10 Glencairns? Count them.
I 4,
1, 2.
6, 8.
You could use that
10. No,
one.
I have 10. I have 10. I just put 2 in the other room. I have exactly 10 Glencairns, so that'll work out perfectly. Actually, I have 11 if you count the Brothers Bond one, but it's not like a Glencairn shape. It's like the other shape. I forget what they're called.
Well, that one is kind of Glencairn shape, just not as aggressive.
Yeah, but basically, I'm gonna have. Yes, tulip is the word. I'm gonna have 10 of my best whiskeys that I got or tried this year. So like, if I would have gotten Old Forester 1920, if this was the first year that I got it and tried it, then it would be going in this year's end of the year blind, if it was worthy. Now, I've been fortunate enough to get some really good bottles this year, including these 5 on the table. But also, I have another Booker's. I have Little Book up there. Brothers Bond Cast Strength I got this year, which is one of. Wait, did I get that this year? Right? Yeah, this summer or spring.
Like March or
yeah, so I have that. It came out this year. This Dixon Deadman one, that's definitely going to be in it. I just had my 4 roses. If you guys haven't seen the Advent video for today, my 4 roses store pick barrel strength was literally so good. It opened up. It got past the shoulder and opened up, and I had it for the first time since it opened up. Literally phenomenal. Like, that's not what I thought it was. It was really good. So I have some bottles that are definitely going in the end of the year blind for me. Obviously there'll probably be an ECBP in there, but basically there's going to be 10 bottles. I'm going to be
from this year.
What?
ECBP?
I have all 3 from this year.
Oh yeah, there's one right here.
Yeah, and I have the other 2 on that shelf over there. But I'm going to line them all up, and I'm going to go through blind and drink them all. I'm going to have a scoring system. It's going to be points based, so that way I'm not doing it. I'm going to have some of it be based on like my palate and what I like, but I'm also going to be doing like, how much body does it have? How much would I pay for it to, compare prices and stuff like that. And then I'll be doing like, how complex is it and stuff like that. So that way I can round out.
So you're not even trying to guess what bottles or.
No, it'll literally be grading the whiskey because.
You're just going to put them like 1 to whatever.
Right. And I will have a section that is like my preference, because obviously my palate is more toward this and less toward like something more rye forward or like funky. While I appreciate those whiskeys, this is like center of the base for me. Like I love the flavor of this stuff. But that'll be a section, but it's not going to be the whole thing, because otherwise I'm just going to pick this to be my favorite, and then Wild Turkey Master's Keep and Midwinter's Night's Dram, they don't even stand a chance. Even though Midwinter's Night's Dram might be way more complex than this, I would probably choose this over that if I was picking out of the 2. But it's going to be a whole grading system, and that video, if you guys want to see it, will be on Patreon. And then I will take the top 10 list from those whiskeys that I blinded, and I will come out with a video of best of 2022, and it'll be my top 10 list of whiskeys. So that's how I'm playing that scenario, and I hope you guys enjoy that. Obviously, the tasting portion will be on my Patreon, so if you guys are interested, hit the link in the description. But that being said, let's catch up in these comments so we can dive into some more really good whiskeys. Tony said, what did you think of Little Book Chapter 6, and is it in the lineup for tonight? I do think I'll be getting to it tonight, hopefully. I have a lot of whiskey to drink, but I'm not pouring too big of pours. I honestly liked it. I think it got a lot of flack for how young it is, and while I think that it may have been overpriced for its age, I think that like if you put it in a blind against other things, it would do good. I think people were a little harsh on it because of the age thing, and if you look past that, the juice inside of it was good. I thought it was really interesting, intricate. It had many different finishes on it, and it was like I could sit there and just like dissect it all day. So it will be in the end of the year blind. I might be drinking it today, and I personally thought it was good. I definitely don't think I wasted money on it, but I know other people who were less impressed by it. So, Four Leaf says, I'm slumming it with Redbreast Christmas cake.
Okay,
Redbreast
I'll
Christmas
take the
cake.
recipe for that too.
Middleton Barrel Club bottle for December.
Wait, is it like actually a cake?
No. I think it's like a store pick maybe, and it tastes like Christmas cake. So they like how store picks they have a sticker. Well, does it suck though, or is it whiskey that tastes like Christmas cake? Because
yeah, but whiskey tastes like Christmas cake to me, so it tastes like whiskey. I
Well,
want it to
yeah.
taste like I want cake.
I seriously need to do a video on something people can actually get. Well, honestly, like you do the videos that you like doing because that's part of the fun of YouTube. Occasionally, throw in a video for other people for the fans. But if you have something that you feel strongly about, that's the best kind of video to do. I know a lot of people who hate on Booker's. I personally think it's one of like my favorite whiskeys to get every year. So I buy them and review them every year, and that's more for me than it is for the viewers. But the videos tend to do good. So this is a new one. This is 2022-01. So I'll be putting a review on that. Hopefully, eventually. Probably not till next year though, because the advent calendar runs till Christmas, and then I have about 1 or 2 videos after that. So left for the year. So CBJ. Don't know what that. Hefty.
Clinch sack.
Kinch.
Clinch.
There's no L.
Kinch.
Kinch sack.
Is it like when we were saying hefty?
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about, but sure, he said it's been a while since the Hawks have been good. Yeah, well, yeah, I've heard, but you know, if they've been good in the past, odds are they'll be good again. So
you always have to have shitty years, otherwise you'll never get good draft picks. I actually don't know how hockey works, but that's how football
right.
works,
Peter
so.
White says Blackhawks have always had the best looking uniforms. Not much changed since I was a kid. Interesting. Yeah.
I think if you go inside their like thing, there was like a list. Yeah.
Casey says no, not the Blackhawks. Go Blues, St. Louis. I was watching some Blues highlights earlier today. They're cool.
Here's the thing: is if we wanted to go to a game, I'm not sure I want to go to St. Louis.
Right, St. Louis is sketch.
It's scary.
I know people who live around there from like my job and stuff, and they're just like, don't go to St. Louis unless you want to get shot.
St. Louis is like the #1 crime city, right? That's St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's not. Or am I thinking of a different city? Remember, I told you what the list was because
I remember St. Louis being one of the top.
Because New Orleans was like number 3.
I mean, the Blues look cool and they look good. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they are good this season.
You tell us to go for the, how do you say it? Canucks? Is that how you say it?
Canucks?
Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans is in the house. What a coincidence that I happen to be drinking out of your Glen. Cheers to you. And thanks for stopping in.
Ringing.
Huh? Yeah, he did. He's like, he probably saw the preview on YouTube. He's like, that bastard's using my Glen Karen. I got to stop in and at least say hey. So thank you for coming in here. Sure, he said I don't mind the spices, but pumpkin itself I cannot stand. Really, I love pumpkin. I'll eat like I used to do oatmeal.
Don't tell me some weird shit that I'm gonna have to think about for the rest of my life.
No, I used to do oatmeal, and then I would put like canned pumpkin in it to like double the volume, and then I would add a little bit of cinnamon, and then it'd be like a pumpkin spice oatmeal, but like it would be twice as much food. Okay. Yeah, and it was good too.
Mm-hmm. I like to make pumpkin.
Do a little Ready Whip on top.
Oh, I thought we didn't like Ready Whip. I thought we liked Cool Whip.
Well, Cool Whip is better than Ready Whip. Everyone, team Cool Whip, please. I
hate Cool Whip.
Put in the chat. But Ready Whip it'll do in a pinch.
Ready Whip, the way it feels in your mouth, it's just so good.
Tony says 130 worth every penny, and I have to 100% agree with you on that. Wait, what is he talking about?
The little book.
Is he?
That's what the last thing you guys were talking about, right there.
True, but he was also the one who was.
Did you pay $130 for the little book?
Yeah, I paid 130 for this and little book. But in the beginning of the live stream, he said,
either way, you like them both, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, either way, they're both good for 130. Tipsy Whiskey says that might be the best of the year for me. I'm assuming he's talking about the Woodford, and yeah, I think that's the case with a lot of people because you liked it a lot. Bourbon Junkies liked it a lot. I think I was watching someone else like it a lot. I like it a lot, so I think it's going to be doing very good. Casey said it was ECBP that you blended it with. And sure, could you confirmed? Steven says, I'm going to do a 30-bottle blind at the end of the year to find out. Holy shit.
I hope we're doing that over a long period of time.
How do you have 30 Glencairns? I have like 10.
He's probably going to do like one at a time or something.
Well, yeah, but...
maybe he just has 30 Glencairns.
Yeah, maybe he'll just do them in a row and compare notes, I suppose.
Yeah,
but
you can just write down...
Oh, I guess another way some people do it is they do them all, take notes, and then like they compare the notes, and once they've narrow it down to like 5 or 10, then they put them against each other head to head. Probably is a good way to do it. Probably is a way that I could do it, but 30 bottles. That's a lot of whiskey.
He might film it over like a day or two, you know.
True. ECBP plus Makers 101 is also a great blend I've done before. I don't have any Makers 101, surprisingly. Biking Bourbon is in the chat. Cheers, Biking Bourbon. Thanks for coming in. We drove past your neck of the woods last weekend.
Well, not really.
Well, kinda.
We drove on the east side of Milwaukee, though. They're on the west side of Milwaukee, I think.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, we just went right through the middle.
Well, yeah, that's like a long-ass chase.
Well, okay, but it's the same highway.
Literally like 3 blocks from the highway.
I know, but we would use the same highway to get there.
No, we would go down 41. And it's a big difference.
I'm geographically challenged. If you guys couldn't tell by now, I suck with directions. But if I've been there, I can usually get back there. It's just a matter of fact. I can't tell you what road I'm on. She said 41, and to me, I heard the highway. That's it. That's all I know.
There's 2 highways. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's like 4 of them.
No, in Green Bay. That
Yeah.
leads to Milwaukee. There's 2.
True. Yeah. One goes around down to past Oshkosh, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's 41.
Yeah.
And 43 is when it goes past Denmark.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't know. Also, we went to Chicago, and we went to the Binny's down there. Binny's, great store. We also stopped at Total Wine on the way home, and Total Wine had Chestnut Farms, a bunch of Chestnut Farms.
And there was not the guy from the Outlander show there, even though he was supposed to. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he was supposed to be. I just know he's going around to all the Total Wines and signing his bottles for free.
Who, Jamie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. What's his name in real life?
I don't know.
My mom told me. I forgot.
Well, Ian Somerhalder and Paul Wesley did the same thing with
Total Wine.
Well, not Total Wine, just any liquor store that carries it.
Okay, but like
in the big
if
cities.
it was Total Wine, we could have gone. I would have drove down 2 hours to go to Total Wine to go meet them.
Heck yeah, I'd be asking them to do an interview. I would have those guys on the channel. Honestly, I feel like if I just like emailed them or something and like talked to them. I mean, they've done interviews with like smaller channels before.
Well, what the fuck are we waiting for?
Honestly, I'm a bit nervous.
We could invite them to our wedding and they could come. And we could do the dance.
Oh,
yeah, we could do it. Oh.
Yeah, well.
I would do it.
I'm too socially awkward for that.
I'm not.
You think that you wouldn't be like...
No, I've met famous
nice
people
to meet
before.
you, Mr. Somerhalder.
When I was really young, I had a Twitter with one of my friends, and Jeanette McCurdy was one of our followers. And she would answer your messages. Yeah, like the girl from iCarly.
I know who she is.
Yeah. We thought we were so cool.
Yeah, but she's in a lot of hot water nowadays.
Well, she wrote that book about how like she hates her mom, but I don't know exactly what happened with her mom. But this was back when iCarly was still on.
True.
I mean, like, people are probably like, what the fuck's iCarly?
Tua, pronounced Tua.
I'm confused. Are we talking about Sissy Boss?
I think they were talking about something else.
Oh, okay.
Whiskey. Hanging, get a green spot. Green Spot. I've heard a lot of great things about Green Spot. That Four Roses sounded amazing. Absolutely it was. I was so surprised. I think it's going to do really well in the end of the year blind. And that Four Roses was very was very disjointed to me. But honestly, when I first opened the bottle, I thought this is good, but I don't know why everyone obsesses about it, which is why I was so shook when I did it in my advent calendar, and I thought it was so amazing because, like, it's not the original reaction that I had. Anyone who doesn't believe that a neck pour is real doesn't drink enough whiskey because the neck pour is real, believe it or not. Sugar says, did you really get that Four Roses for like $80? Amazing. Yeah, I think right around there.
I think when you buy it.
I don't know. I think I took a picture of it maybe. I could probably look back on my phone. Otherwise, in my review of it, I said what I paid for it, so it would be on there. But $80 sounds about right. Woodman's always has great prices on their whiskey, so I could have bought more than one, but it was sold out within 2 days. But hey, Nazy says, I tried $20 Irish, need to try 30 and then move up to single malts. I need to get Irish, Scotch, the works. Now we're watching Outlanders.
Hold on, where's the tiny one?
But I thought that we liked it enough that we were gonna start telling people that we're
Yeah, but
watching
now my
it.
mom's gonna be mad that we haven't come over and talked to her about it yet.
Okay, we just started watching it. Okay, but it's pretty good.
Yeah,
So
guys,
maybe I'll have to buy.
So steamy sex scenes. I think that's
Oh my gosh,
deep in there.
it's literally porn. Like,
And my mom used to watch it with the freaking curtains open.
listen, my ex-girlfriend and her mom are two of the most religious people that I knew. They watched that show together, and there's a scene. I can't even explain. I don't think
it's
allowed to
I mean,
explain it
oh
on
my
the
goodness.
internet. But like, I'm so baffled. Like I can't. Like it doesn't escape me. You know.
It's like watching like 365.
Like imagine me watching that with my mother. I think she'd take me to church.
I
And
think your
I don't
mom
think
would
I'd ever
like
leave.
it.
My mom would be like,
Holden, no. Okay, look it. You see a man like Jamie and you're like, holy heck, he is the hottest thing ever. It doesn't matter what's in the show anymore.
sinners. They're sinners.
They are.
But
Well,
there's
they're married.
No, but there's some sick stuff that goes on. That's what I mean, though. Like all the non-consensual stuff. Like
Yeah, but he doesn't do any of it.
no, I know, but like that's what I mean. It's so like aggressive. I don't know, but anyway, it's making me want to drink some scotch. So maybe I'll have to get some bottles of scotch. Hey Z, but which Four Roses? You got a barrel strength single recipe pick? Yeah, mine's OESV, which was a it is a delicate, fruity, and spicy, I believe. He said the one he got from Northwest Bourbon, and he liked the New Riff better. New Riff is good though, so it's hard to. I don't know. I guess I never really had New Riff and Four Roses compared side to side. Side by side. Hang he says, is Powers Gold better than Teeling Small Batch for the money? Redbreast Christmas Cake was a bottle this quarter for Middleton Barrel Club members. Is that like kind of like Scotch Malt Whiskey Society? You get a bottle every month? Or, every quarter. Duh, she just said that. Sorry, I'm a little slow. I'm like way back on the comments. I'm working my way up, catching up here.
Because you're too busy telling everyone our secrets.
I know. What's up with that? Hit that like, everybody. Yes, guys, please do hit the like button. Also, all these other great channels in here: Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans, 4-Leaf Whiskey. Who else was in here?
A lot of everyone
I see
was in here.
My Bourbon Journey is down here below, guys. Everyone put the links in the chat if you can. My wrenches, please do, and go subscribe to everybody else too, because whiskey community, tight-knit people, love to see it. Also, I should finish this up so I can move on to some other stuff. We're already 40 minutes into this live stream. Talking like a motor mouth over here.
Too busy talking about porn.
Well, Columbus Blue Jackets is what CBJ means. Hockey team, I'm assuming. Do you know that Milwaukee has a team? Minor league? Yeah, the Admirals.
Yeah, my cousin works for them, I think.
Really?
I think so. My mom would have to answer. I'm pretty sure that's what he does. Right?
We could go those games. My Bourbon Journey is in the chat. I almost did it again.
Talked about that.
Chat or house. I gotta choose one. I can't keep saying chose. Or I could. Welcome to the chose.
Stop. Like,
My Bourbon Journey.
I'm gonna kick you out of these live streams pretty soon, and it's not gonna be anything of you.
Hey, that's not nice.
Well,
then I'm gonna get more views.
Roll and
if you kick me out of the live stream, then the live streams are gonna get even more views, and I'm gonna feel so self-conscious about myself. It's not gonna be very nice. But anyway, cheers to you. Thanks for coming in. Glad to see you here. And he says, "Go Rangers." See, we just don't know enough about hockey yet to know.
We're gonna start with a local team. We're gonna go to a St. Norbert game, even though technically St. Norbert was my college's rival, so I feel like I'm cheating a little bit. Whatever. And then we're gonna go to a Gamblers game, which is the minor league in Green Bay. Right? They're minor league, right? Or are they like a separate league? I'm pretty sure that they're minor league.
I guess I don't really know.
I think like Admirals is one minor league, small. And then there's like 3 tiers, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, and then we can go to an Admirals game, and then we can pick a team. We could go to a Badger game. They're like I think they're free.
Badgers have a hockey team?
Yeah.
You know Bayport has a hockey team? Bayport High School?
Yeah, there's a Green Bay United hockey team.
If our kids go there, they could be in hockey.
There's a Green Bay United hockey team too.
I want to do hockey. I think I might find like a just like a men's club hockey team or something. And
you have to be good to get in.
I'm gonna be good. I will be good. Anyway,
you're gonna like get beat up.
Casey
you
says,
can't go to work with a black eye and a missing tooth.
That's only if you fight, and then you just throw the gloves off and the helmet, and then you can. It's just like so cool. You can literally just like.
You can't do that. You get put in the penalty box.
No,
you are
no.
not an angry enough person to play hockey.
The way
You're gonna
it
get your butt
works.
kicked.
The way it works
Oh
is
my
if
gosh.
you throw
Someone
off your.
who knows him, please tell him that you're like a soft little baby.
Listen to me. In hockey, if someone throws off their gloves and the other person also throws off their gloves, then they're allowed to fight. But if one person throws off their gloves and the other person doesn't, the person who threw off their gloves gets a penalty.
You're gonna throw off your gloves and start fighting people? Because I cannot see that.
If they throw off their gloves first,
okay,
it's healthy.
Again, no.
There's a reason
I
they allow
cannot see you throwing hands at anyone.
I could kick some serious butt.
I'm sure you can, but I don't know what would have to happen to you for you to get angry enough to do that.
I've been angry.
When?
My brother that one time at the wedding.
One time.
I should say
time.
what I should say is my brother many times, but the only public place where other people were a witness to it was that time. And to be fair, he was more angry than me, but he was only angry because I kicked his ass. So
okay.
Luckily he's not in here because he would be pissed that I'm talking about it.
You're just gonna start throwing hands at strangers?
It's not strangers. They allow it for a reason.
Honey,
it's healthy. It's better than taking it out and hurting them on the hockey rink.
Someone who knows Holden personally needs to tell him that he's gonna get killed on a hockey field. Hockey court? What do they call it? Hockey rink?
Rink. Yeah. Hanging Z says, I am finishing my Tullamore, but have been drinking it on ice. Kills the weird bite. Interesting. Tony said he was talking about the Woodford, but yes, worth it. Both are worth it to him. Wow, that's how far back we are in the comments. I'm going to speed through these. Bino must not be in, so go Canadians.
Yeah.
He must not be in here, so go Canadians.
Bino likes the Canucks or Canucks.
Canadians?
The I don't know how to say it.
I was thinking that we should root for the Calgary, or wait, is there one in Calgary? There's one in Toronto. The Toronto Vancouver Canucks. Canucks.
Is that how you say it?
I think so, Canucks. I think that sounds right. I don't know. I think hockey's cool, so we're gonna like it. Haney says Chestnut Farms is $17.92 with the price jacked up. Good to know. Glad I didn't buy it. Comes in a cool box though. Four Leaf Whiskey says love the self loop binnies. Same. I mean,
Same.
I got a surprise bottle at the Binnies by Wrigley Field, but you guys aren't allowed to know about that yet.
Which screw the Cubs, but that's a nice area.
That is a nice area.
But okay. Anyone who's been to Wisconsin, our stadiums aren't just like, here's the curb and here's the stadium. Like if you go to Lambeau, it's like a whole thing, you know. Even Pfizer Forum has like the Deer District, so it's not just, it's like a thing, you know what I mean? The what's it called? Wrigley Field is literally like right on the road. I mean, like,
that's true.
There's not even parking. Like it just baffles me. It just baffles me.
It's like, here's a sidewalk, and if you take one step past it, you're already running into the walls of the field.
And it's just like...
Whereas like Lambeau is like, there's entire like 3 blocks dedicated to like everything you can do. It's called Title
and surrounded on all sides is just homes.
It's like...
So it's just like, it's
an
weird.
Experience rather than just a game.
It's just so weird to me. And like, obviously I've seen I've seen Soldier Field, but like Soldier Field's right next to the water. So it's like, it doesn't like... And then it's like right next to the water, and then it has like a field on the one side, and then it's like the parking ramp, and then it's next to a highway. So like it's kind of not like as the same as Wrigley Field. And like, but I was just like, what the
frick?
Yeah, it was very interesting to me.
I was surprised too. But that being said,
I mean, like really, if someone hit like an out of the park home run, I mean, it would.
Yeah, break a window for sure.
It'd be like in the road. Like,
it'd be like in the movies when the little kid hits it through the neighbor's like window or whatever. NAZ says, who Carly? iCarly is a TV show.
When
Nickelodeon.
Holden were kids on Nickelodeon.
Disney or
yeah.
Nickelodeon?
Hannah Montana was Disney. Hannah Montana was better. I liked Hannah Montana.
I liked Drake and Josh.
I did not watch Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh rocked. We need to do another collab so I can send you some stuff. Oh, for sure. And I have a lot more bottles too that I'll be able to send you. So that would be very fun. I would like that a lot.
Yes, but this time we're not allowed to stay up till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
No, we didn't. That was
either way.
That was Anthony.
Nobody's allowed to stay up.
Anthony and Sean
he
and I.
forces me to stay awake when you people do live streams
When I
together,
live
and then I have to
streamed-
sit in a bedroom by myself for like 7 hours.
When I live streamed with Anthony and Sean from Whiskey Wars and Bourbon Neophyte, we live streamed for like I think 4 hours or 3.5 hours. Then we stayed up for another 2 hours. And like I don't know what time it was in Las Vegas, but for us it was like 2:00 in the morning, and I had to wake up at 5
It was a
for
fucking
work.
Sunday.
So that was rough. But Peter White says OGD 100 is proof of bad neck pores. Yeah, see, I've had my worst bad neck pour was my Rebel Cast Strength store pick. I thought that whiskey was so bad. I thought that whiskey was so bad, and then like a month after I opened it and drank it, like it was turned out to be good, and I was like surprised that it was so good. But yeah, basically, Joe Dickinson, it's Dickens, says Outlander is a disturbing show to say the least. Yeah, honestly, like I don't disagree with
the
you.
sex or everything else that happens, because you could take it either way, or both, I guess.
There's just some stuff that happens, man. I don't know. Bino is in the chat. Says looking good. You
This
too.
is Bino, everyone.
This is Bino.
He's a fan
Go
of the
Canucks.
Canadians.
Thanks for coming in, Bino. Though. Cheers to you.
Bino went ice skating the other day.
I saw that on Facebook, right?
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Oh, he said he has TikTok.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Hey, Bino, I have a TikTok. Link in the description. Go check it out. But Steven says you throw a wrench at me and I'll do the same. Oh, yeah. So that was like.
Do you remember how to
Look
do
at it keeps refreshing and it just keeps going lower and lower. Yeah, I have to go on the actual YouTube thing instead of on. See, I wish. Oh wait, that does work. Hold on.
No, it doesn't. It says
Oh,
throw a
no.
wrench at me.
It was just lagging. So I wish that like on the actual YouTube studio session thing, I wish that you could.
I think it's that one.
I wish that you could click on their thing and their comment and have it show up, but you have to be on StreamYard for that. And then, but when you're on StreamYard, when someone tags you, your name doesn't light up. So like, it just says like at Bourbon Bar, or it just says like this would just say at the Bourbon Bar. It doesn't light up, but on YouTube Studio, that lights up in like a bright orange, and then it catches your attention. You can be like, oh, this person's trying to talk to me. So. I wish YouTube had like the thing where you could click on it and have it pop up. But anyway, that's just
we're only 160 people away from that.
No,
right?
that's just to get monetization.
Oh, I thought you said that you could live stream right off of YouTube after.
Well, you can, but that's just like off of your phone onto YouTube. Like I could be anywhere and I could just live stream right to YouTube.
Oh, so but that already
you wouldn't need to run it through a
because then
computer.
you can use your phone for everything.
Well, yeah, but I would still use a computer because it would create a better like interface.
No, I meant for the camera.
I don't know. I just got to figure that out, or get a camera. I have 2 jobs now.
You could probably get a camera now.
Yeah.
It's only a year away from our wedding, so it's not like it's gonna go like be out of date.
That's true. I forgot I'm getting one for the wedding. Maybe I'll buy a camera. Yeah.
He's gonna videotape. I shouldn't say he. We're gonna have someone videotape our wedding, so we don't have to pay for a videographer because they're expensive, and then he's just gonna edit it himself. So that's his excuse. It was between that or getting 1,000 subscribers to get a fancy camera. So
I'm close to 1,000.
You'll probably get 1,000 with probably
in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
The wax.
Those are so close. Yeah.
The wax that they put on these like newer Bookers and Knob Creeks, so much better than the old stuff. But Joe Dickinson says you can go long tonight. The junkies aren't on. I saw that, which is awesome. I don't know how long we're gonna go, but
we have 2 things we need to do tonight.
Yeah, we have to watch the Blackhawks game.
To see if we like them.
Yeah, we need to.
And then we need to watch more Outlander.
Oh man,
okay,
it's a tight cork. The wax came off. Oh, there it is. Ready?
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
I didn't like that noise you made.
What? Wow, don't make fun of me.
I have to.
Anyway,
I'm gonna save you 1 minty one.
I'm gonna go really fast in these comments so that I can get back into this whiskey.
You've been trying and you're taking too long. I think Bino's had too many beers tonight.
He's probably drinking Jack.
No, 3 shots of Jim.
Oh, okay.
Of Jim Beam.
Yes, guys. Sorry, I was reading that. I'm like, how do you say pygmy? Is it pygmy? Is that how you say that? Anybody know?
Wait, what is it?
It's that's my burn journey.
Oh, what's the lipstick thing? I'm so glad you're so knowledgeable today, Holden.
I'm sorry, I'm really slow today, guys. But yes, the links are in here, so guys, definitely go check everyone's channels out.
Wait. Hold on. Okay, never mind.
What? Bino says go Badgers. True.
Go Badgers hockey.
Yeah, we should wait. Yeah.
We literally just have this conversation.
Yes, we did. It'll be like Fight Club. Do it.
No, you're gonna get him killed. Stop. You don't fight anyone.
I wanted to box for a while.
Yes, but you don't.
Yeah, but I know how to.
You know how to do everything.
I know how to fight. That's because I don't go half speed at anything. Every time I have a hobby, I do it as good as I physically possibly can, which is why I want to ice skate, because I did it and I feel like it would be really fun. But Haney says time for a Tilly Bud. Heck, I'm gonna be doing some chirping out there on the ice, talking about Shoresy's mom. Gonna have all the puck bunnies. Lauren's gonna be a puck bunny. She's gonna be speaking puck bunny.
Is that a whore term?
No, puck bunny.
A whore?
A whore? Puck bunny.
Wait, do the Scottish accent. Wait,
I don't know if I can.
Read the next comment in a Scottish accent. That's a good one. That's a good one for an Irish or Scottish accent.
You wouldn't. I can't do it now. I'm under pressure. I'm starting to sweat.
He did a really good one before. It was really funny.
You would not like me when I'm angry.
Well, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You would not like me when I'm angry.
Nice.
I think I'm going to have a wee bit dram of this whiskey.
Too much wine.
Too much wine. Lauren's falling off her stool. Wait, where's the bottle? Oh, it's only half. But you're hardly
This
sipping.
is my second glass. I was eating all the jelly beans.
Sure, he says in the rec league you're gonna be wearing a full face shield. Don't worry about the fighting.
Yeah, okay, there we go. You can join the rec league if you're gonna wear a full face shield.
Joe Dickinson says can Holden even skate? I've skated twice in my entire life.
So he's not like a professional, but he was able to go around with all, because when we were there, I mean, people were skating like fast and like pretty good. Like most of the people there, you definitely could tell like skate. They probably go every year. So they probably are pretty good at it. So Holden obviously.
Well, no, they probably play.
Doesn't matter. He has gone a few times, so like he can obviously stand up and stuff. He did pretty good going around.
I've gone once in my life.
But he was able to hold me up because I'm not very good at it. But I got pretty. I mean, not pretty good, but like pretty good for me.
You improved a lot.
Yeah, but he was able to hold me up, so like in case I fell, like he caught me every time without falling himself. So like.
I'm very naturally athletic, and I'm not being narcissistic. I just I have a good general sense of like my body and like balance and like agility type things. And I'm not like fast or anything. I just I'm good at like learning new things. And so like physics and that stuff, it just made sense. So I had gone once before, like 4 years ago. And then then we went in Chicago, and I was still able to like speed skate around the rink, and I didn't fall once. And like I can do that stuff. What I can do is skate backwards, do crossovers, and like that kind of stuff. And I also don't have any stick control or anything like that because I don't have a stick. I've never skated with a stick. But I don't know. I just feel like that'd be something fun to just like get into. You know?
I think next time we go though, I should grab one of those things until I can get my one foot going, you know, and then I'll probably be good. Because I was pretty good with my right foot, but my left foot just wouldn't move. But that might just be been because my leg hurt so bad that my left foot just kind of gave out for the day.
Yeah.
How many times is he going to put that in?
I think he wants you to read it. Dan Bino says, go Canucks. Go Canucks. Hi, go Canucks.
Wait, there's one more.
Oh, wait, there's one down here. Go Canucks. Stacy says, Lauren doesn't sound like a Cubs fan. Well,
we're a Brewers fan.
Yeah, Milwaukee Brewers. Oh my gosh, every time I scroll, it redoes. Go Canucks. I watched Nick. You can't do that on television with the talented Alanis Morissette.
Yeah,
Morissette as a young man.
Do you know who that is?
No.
That's the girl. If you heard the song, you would know. Caught it with. But she's one that sings "I Ran So Far." I think it's her. I don't want to say that out loud. I'm not hearing because I'm not sure. I can't remember what my high school teacher used to say. Because so my high school social studies teacher, when she would talk about Iran, like the country, she would
Yeah.
go, so then in Iran, and then she'd go, I ran so far. I'm pretty sure that that's the last part. Let me Google it. I just want to make sure before everyone starts making fun of me. Otherwise, she sings another song that you would know.
Steven says, trust me, I get it. Olivia feels the same way when I stream over 1.5 hours. Yeah. Luckily, I convinced Lauren to do this with me. And so a lot of times we get to
ironic?
that 2 hour
Maybe it's
point.
not her that sings the I Ran So Far. Who sings the I Ran So Far Away song? Because I always thought that was her. She sings the, I can't, wait. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? That song?
I've never heard it.
You probably have.
Stacy says I'd love to do an Irish blind fight with you guys sometime.
Yeah, it's the one that goes, it's like rain, like that song.
I don't know.
It's like rain on your rainy day. It's a free ride when you already paid. That's all.
I think you're the reason we get all of our subscribers. To be fair, to be fair. But anyway, as I was saying, Stacy.
Okay, I'm sorry. Stacy
says I would love to do an Irish blind play with you guys sometime, but only if Lauren will be on too. So that would be great.
Stick together.
We can do a trade off, and then.
I'm an Aunt Stacy.
She
Do
says,
you think that she's secretly my Aunt Stacy?
Yeah, she just travels back and forth between Ohio.
Actually, I think that she spells it differently than my aunt does. Hers is I-E, right?
I think
my
so.
aunt's is little I.
She doesn't have to drink the whiskey, but she's awesome. That's true. She is pretty awesome.
Okay, I'll drink it.
Oh, she'll drink it. She's
I'm
not afraid to drink whiskey.
The thing is that every time I've gotten a little woohoo off of whiskey, it's not been a good trip. I've only been a few times. Remember that one time, or were you not with me? You weren't with me. That was when I went to Oktoberfest with Jada and her friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we went to the La Crosse Oktoberfest, which is supposed to be like one of those big ones, right? And we paid all this money. We went and drank 2 pitchers of beer, and then we left because it was kind of just not really, but whatever. So we went to downtown La Crosse, and we went to La Crosse Distilling, and all of us got old fashions. And like, I don't necessarily I'm not like obsessed with old fashions, but they didn't like them, so I drank them all. I drank everyone's old fashioned, and then I was hammered. It was rough. It was a rough night.
Yeah.
Well, I had to walk my ass home.
Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Maybe I should just keep it pinned. That way it's...
I don't know what you're doing.
I pinned it to the top of the thing. But anyway, because I saw Steven here says you can pop up chat too.
I don't know how
I don't know what that means. But Bino says he's drinking Beam there.
Yeah, so, I told you. That's what he
drinks. Sorry. He says you kids are awesome. Go Canucks. And F Minnesota.
This is what happens because Wisconsin people don't like Minnesota.
Blair Witch Bourbon Adventure in the Woods. Wild. Blair Witch scares me. I don't dig that. I hate scary movies. Junkies not on, but 21090 is part of the TGIT lineup. True, 21090 is always on Tuesdays, and they're pretty awesome. It's Tuesday. Thank goodness it's Tuesday.
Thank goodness it's today.
That's true.
Thank goodness it's tomorrow. He said, yes, I am.
Says if you're only a few episodes in Outlander, then you haven't even got to the disturbing stuff.
I know. Okay, look,
I've seen some
kind of know what happens.
Scenes.
I kind of know what happens because my mom watched it, and we don't really care for spoilers, you know. I don't really care. If someone spoils the ending for me, Holden spoiled the ending of Game of Thrones to me, and because he thought I wouldn't watch it, not on purpose, and I told him I wouldn't watch it, but then he told me the ending, and I was just like, okay, well, I should just watch it, just because when he talks about it, I want to know what the heck's going on. And I watched it, and it didn't ruin anything for me. I still watched it all the way through. Granted, Game of Thrones has like 50 different endings, because there's how many characters, and you only did one character's ending, so like it wasn't that big of a deal, but it's just like, it doesn't really bother me to know what happened.
It bothers me.
Makes me feel better because I have like this thing, like, do you have that thing too where you get that feeling in your stomach if you like don't know what's gonna happen next, and then like you have to watch it all, and then you're just like until you watch it?
You mean excitement? The reason TV shows were created? Yeah, I do get that, and I enjoy it.
So it makes me feel better when I know what's gonna happen next, because then I can just go to bed and I don't have to stay up all night and watch.
I can't do that.
That's what happened with Game of Thrones, though. I only knew the very ending, so I literally stayed up. I only slept like 10 hours in 2 weeks so I could finish the damn thing. That was a problem.
Tipsy Whiskey says, I'm setting mine up on a tripod to film at my wedding, too, or at least for the ceremony, since videographers cost way too much.
They do. It is ridiculous.
I have a decently nice
camera. And you already have like experience editing videos for YouTube.
You know
like,
how lighting works, and you know how to set up angles and stuff. Like, you got it.
But I don't know, if you're not getting married in a church, then don't count this. But like our church puts on live streams, and we can use the video as like our wedding video. So I was thinking about doing that. and then like having someone tape our reception, obviously. But the thing is, it's like, how often do you know people that have wedding videos that go back and watch their wedding videos? Like, it's not like something you watch all the time. Like, it's probably something you show your kids and then you show your grandkids.
Like my
but
mom
it's like,
is.
yeah, but like really, like, I mean, I never got to see my parents or my grandparents, and I've never like, you know what I mean? And my parents tell stories, but like, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you know, you're always gonna have those memories. So like, do you really need, like, I could probably, like, I can close my eyes and like literally envision our first date. If I can't do that at our wedding, then we failed at planning it, because I mean, come on.
That's true.
But I know we won't fail at planning.
True.
Because
Casey says the first rule of Fight Club is never talk about Fight Club. Maybe that's why.
Holden's already broken the first rule.
No, I haven't.
You just went on a rant about Fight Club and how one person takes off their gloves and the other person takes off their gloves.
That's not Fight Club. That is just hockey.
Okay.
The reason you think I've never been in a fight is because you're not allowed to talk about Fight Club.
Casey,
has
Holden been in a fight?
He literally saying it right here.
He has not.
He says right here that he's not allowed to talk about it. Otherwise, he would tell you.
He's never been in a fight. Casey hasn't either. Maybe he has. I can see Casey getting in a fight. I cannot see getting in a fight.
I've been bitch slapped in the face.
I know. I saw the picture, the video. It was stupid.
No. I meant like there's this kid in high school. He was my friend, but like when I was joking around, I like went up to my other friend and I whispered in his ear, I'm like, look at so and so and laugh. And so we both looked at him and laughed. He thought I was talking shit about him. He smacked me in the face, but like he didn't. A bad friend. Do I know him? No, he wasn't like a friend, but he was just like an acquaintance from school who I was like cool with. Well, because we were friends. It just wasn't like we hung out. But anyway, but it was more like a bitch slap, right? And then I was just like I could have stood up and gotten in a fight with him, but like, what's the point? He was my friend. It didn't hurt.
What was happening in Denmark?
But then I got a nosebleed. And so then I was in the middle of class. My nose is bleeding. I just stand up. I'm like, my nose is bleeding. Can I go to the office? And he's just like, our teacher is just like, yeah, it's a dry time of the year. Those nosebleeds, they can come out of nowhere. And I'm like, yeah, that's what happened. But
I've been like, this motherfucker slapped me.
No, why? I mean, he didn't mean it. He thought I was talking shit about him. I understand. See, girls aren't like that. Girls will hold a fucking vendetta.
Okay, at my high school, girls would get in an argument. Okay, there was this. Okay, I just remember this. Okay, there are these two girls. I don't remember which girls they were, but one girl went on a date with this guy, and the other girl had been dating the guy, but they broke up. But the other girl wanted him back, but they were broken up, so it was okay that he went on a date with another girl. But the other girl was mad, and they weren't friends, but they were talking, like they were like how you were with that guy. And they were stopped because at our high school there was one road that led out from the parking lot, and they were stopped at the light. And this other girl that wanted to date the guy came to the window of that car and pulled the girl out by her hair and like was pulling her out and like beating her, and like the cops had to come. It was crazy.
Yes. All right, we got to catch up on these comments so we can continue.
We're never gonna catch up.
No, Casey's down here asking me to talk about the Bookers because he's dying. But you are super talkative today.
Okay, we've said many times that I'm the star of the show. So you can go over there and I will do my talking, and then you can come in at the end and talk about your book.
I don't think the 3/4 of a bottle of wine has anything to do with her talkative level compared to normal. But
I was just in a good mood today.
That's true. Hainez says I can skate fast, just don't like getting checked into the wall. See, that's my favorite part. When I was in football, I loved playing. I was a linebacker and I loved it. Just aggressive, like, yeah, I love that. That's like the best part. Bino says he can skate. Same here. And that's what she said. It's been a while, so I don't know exactly what that was too. Hainez said I ran so far away. I was a flock of.
That's the name of the band. Is Flock of Seagulls? I just feel like that's wrong. I'm gonna look it up.
Flock of Seagulls. That's what Stacey said.
Who the heck named their band
said Flock of Seagulls, and Hainez is on the to be fair counter. To be fair.
Yeah, they're right.
Steven,
I ran so far away is by Flock of Seagulls. Who came up with that? What does that mean? I need to know like the meaning of that band.
Tipsy Withy Shenanigans says, well, guys, gotta go for the night. Have a great night, everyone. Holden, can't wait to catch your Advent tomorrow. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Have a good night, and thank you for coming on. Everyone, if you guys aren't subscribed to Steven over at Tipsy Withy Shenanigans, he does awesome content, and like he has some great stuff. And his camera quality is 10 times better than mine. I always point that out because when we live stream together, I was like, dang, his camera looks so good.
One day when we have a house, we'll be able to do whatever the heck we want to the walls, and it'll look better.
Yeah, these walls are very plain. But anyway, have a good night. Thank you for coming in. Bino says we're awesome. You're awesome. Thanks, Bino. Hagen says hitter was you ought to know. Her hit was
Yeah.
I was like, why is he asking me to hit you? Like this is some
I don't
Claire
know if he would know that song. He didn't even know They used to play the Is It Ironic song in my middle school.
And Alanis played the dog in Dogma, the God in Dogma movie. Played God. Oh,
Okay,
Alanis
you got
played
that?
God in Dogma movie. I've never seen that movie. Casey says, Holden, just talk about the Bookers already. I'm dying to know. All right, Casey. To be fair, this is pretty good. It's Bookers. However, not the best one I have. I think that 2022-02 is significantly better than this one.
It smells like the ground.
It smells a little bit more.
Like almost like metallic-y.
I was gonna say it smells a little bit more, not aggressive, but like a little bit more ethanol-y. It probably needs to get past the shoulder a little bit. It has some like lighter fruits in it, which is odd.
Don't blame it now. You have to wait.
Like some like apple peel for sure. Typical Booker stuff. There's a little bit of peanut butter in it, but let me tell you what though, the mouthfeel of this is fantastic. I love how viscous it is.
Oh yeah, you would know the song.
Nope.
See, he doesn't know anything. That was a TikTok song.
So
okay, like I get like you might not hear that song on the radio, obviously, because it's an older song. But like you go on TikTok like all the time, like you would know that. You would know it from. Yeah, but you go on it enough.
Hardly.
Oops.
But anyway, guys. Yeah. So some light fruity notes in this. A little bit of like that peanutty aspect that Booker's usually has. Mouthfeel is amazing though. It does feel a little bit ethanol-y. This in particular bottle is 6 years, 11 months, and 22 days old. It is 124.3 proof. So respectable, not the oldest or the highest proof one that I have. It's called Ronnie's Batch. And the batch story is the first release of Booker's 2022 collection is Ronnie's Batch. This batch is named in honor of Ronnie Land, a longtime employee at the Jim Beam, Claremont, and Boston, Kentucky plants. When my dad, Booker Noah, was a master distiller, during his 40-year career at Jim Beam, he worked his way up to the warehouse manager position. Ronnie was always known to shoot straight with Dad, and Dad put a lot of trust into him because of that. Ronnie was responsible for keeping an inventory of aging barrels, a key part of the bourbon making process. Back then, we had to track barrel quantities and locations by hand, no computers. And Ronnie knew it all by heart. He also knew exactly where Dad preferred to store his namesake Booker's barrels, and in time was trusted to prepare the samples for Dad to evaluate the next batch. Once Ronnie sent me home with a box of smaller Booker samples for Dad to taste. When Dad saw his samples, he said they weren't big enough to get a proper sense of the whiskey. So what did Ronnie do? He went back into the warehouse and prepared samples that were notably bigger. Dad was more than pleased and that became the standard sample size Ronnie gave us from then on, and still the size that Freddie and I use today. Dad always had the final sign-off when it came to his Booker's bourbon, but he knew he was working with barrels that met his standards when they were under Ronnie's watchful eye. Dad valued Ronnie's dedication, work ethic, and honesty. Because of this, he would be proud to honor Ronnie with this batch of his own. I hope you enjoyed this class alongside family and close friends. So, yeah, pretty cool story. That's a really cool part that Booker's does. It has a story behind it, but unfortunately, not the best batch of this year. I've heard great things about the 2022-03, but I've also heard great things and tasted great things in 2022-02. So this one's good, but I don't think, at least not in the neck pour, I don't think it deserves to be in the end of the year blind. But I still will enjoy drinking it a lot because it is, at the end of the day, a Booker's. The mouthfeel is awesome. It has some great taste. It's just in comparison to some of the other ones I've had, it could be better. And that's all I have to say about that. All right, Dan Bino says, a very good show, guys. Thanks, Bino. Lauren is a hand talker. Interesting.
I definitely am. I cannot get my pointer. Okay.
You're looking like some shady up here.
I was gonna say I could be one of Eminem's backup dancers.
That's true. Bino says you can have a good night, sunshine. Woo! Sunshine. Anyways, he says a Lauren show with special guest Holden, who might do a whiskey review. Yeah, maybe sometime today, hopefully, right?
Imagine what I'm like in person.
That's true.
You only see me for a couple hours every week.
Bino says your hand language is Italian. He also says more Jim Beam. Good show, guys. Good show, guys.
Oh yeah, that's a Jim Beam
Lauren.
product.
Yeah, that is a Jim
Nice.
Beam product, and I also have Jim Beam in the other room that I won at a work party.
You didn't win it, you got given it
That's
because
true.
someone else didn't want
So
it. Someone else didn't want their whiskey, so they gave it to Holden.
that's true. I had a work white elephant thing, and I bought Wild Turkey 101 for it, and then my boss got 1792 small batch, and I won the 1792 small. Or I opened.
No, you stole the 1792.
That's true. I did steal the 1792
from his other boss.
Yeah, if you guys don't know how white elephant gift works, you can open a
They
gift,
all know,
or you
Holden.
can steal it. Yeah,
Let's be honest.
that's true.
You're the one that doesn't know it.
That's true. But
I'm just kidding.
that was really mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You want to fight me now?
That's
We
okay.
can practice for the hockey rink.
But then a different coworker of mine got a Jim Beam box, a Christmas box with a big glass in it.
Yeah.
So he gave me that because he doesn't drink whiskey. He only drinks beer.
Light beer.
Yeah, light beer, Bud Light to be exact. And he drank like 6 of them, and while we were just sitting
It
at
was
the table.
Bush.
Bush Light,
He
yeah.
drank all of the Bushes out of the whole restaurant.
Well, there was a wedding there that night too.
Okay,
yes,
but like, it's not like they went around the entire building looking for the Bushes for him.
right.
They
And
just said that to make him feel better.
and we got there half an hour late, so imagine how many he probably had before we got there. And he was still like upright, speaking straight, like no big deal. Like, but anyway,
Bino just texted me. He said, "Very nice show."
good. I'm glad he's enjoying it. So I figured I wasn't gonna do this one, but I figured coming off the heels of that 2022-01 would be a perfect time to try out this 2022-02. It's been a while, so I'm just gonna do a quick review on this since we're caught up on the comments, and I can finally. Well, we have one more.
Now we're caught up.
We can finally get back into the whiskey, which is what you guys are definitely here for. And Lauren, the whiskey and Lauren, that's what you're here for. Casey says, well, you need to find some 2022-03. I really want to try that.
Why don't you have Casey on the show?
Huh?
Why don't you ever have Casey on?
I'll gladly have Casey on the show if ever he wants to come over and do it.
Not next week, though.
Yeah, not next week, though. I'll probably have him on a video rather than live stream.
Oh,
I think it's easier for people who haven't been on camera before to be on a video because you can edit it out.
Remember? Because when I was on the video, you yelled at me until I left, and then I was never in the video.
No, when she was on a video, she was talking really quiet, and all I did was ask her to please speak up. And she literally got so angry at me for telling her what to do that she like stormed out of the room and didn't talk to me for the rest of the night. So that's how that went down. But
So when you come on the show, make sure you talk loud because he'll yell at you.
you don't need to talk loud. You just have to like. The thing is, I wasn't being mean about it either. It was constructive criticism. I was just like,
Okay, but I don't like constructive
well,
criticism.
I was talking
when you
like
tell
this.
me-
And she was
I don't
talking
want
like
you to get
this,
mad
and
when I
I
tell you
was-
this, but can you talk a little bit louder? You see, I talk like this. And you're talking like this. You know how much that bothers me.
I don't do that though.
That's exactly how.
This is how I say it every time. I say, I don't want you to get mad. I'm literally just telling you this so that you know you're talking just a little bit quieter than me and they can't hear you.
No,
That's all I
you're
said.
Like, I talk like this. Like this.
This one already smells so much better.
Let me see that.
This one's like got some like creamy like aspects to it. Like that peanut is more like peanut buttery, and it's like it's got this nice like sweet cream on the nose and a little bit of like a bready aspect with like some butterscotch and caramel-y notes in there. It's definitely sweet and really nice.
Oh, that would be fun. I could pour you and Casey, like, you know what I mean? And then you guys can,
True.
yeah.
Battle.
Yeah.
Fight it up. You know what? We could do a Friday video like that. Although I said Zach was going to come on and do a Friday video, but
Well,
where the heck is he?
if we only did two glasses per person, we could have
Well, I could do like
5 people on at once. So we
That's
do
true.
3 glasses per person.
Well, I could just do. Well, Casey has glasses too. Remember?
Oh yeah, he does. Well, he broke one. He has one glass.
That's true. Casey, what the heck, guys? This Booker's 2022-02 is significantly better. I mean, it smacks the absolute crap out of that 2022-01.
I thought you were gonna say
The
the
palate-
crack out of it.
The palate is just as rich and viscous, but like it doesn't drink hot and spicy proof-wise the way that one did. But instead, it has some nice like chocolatey, like peanut buttery, oaky like presence in it, along with like that like creaminess that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, I mean it's really good. Caramely, and it's just like classic Booker's just deliciousness. So that is really good. Yeah, I like that a lot. But moving on, I think we're going to skip the Midwinter's Nights Dram. I use that for clickbait because everyone likes it. Unless you guys are really dead set on hearing me review this bottle for the 15th time in the past month. But I've reviewed this one like literally so often in this past month that I don't think that's not the one I'm doing next.
Oh.
I said I was going to do the little book next. I was going to do that one.
But I already have it out. It's got the notes right on here.
Well, yeah, those are notes by some people, but it's different per person. But
my notes were that it was only okay.
Well,
because I don't like that kind of whiskey.
Lauren doesn't like ryes, and
I would say that one is my favorite one. If like out of the ones you're gonna be doing.
Yeah, I mean it's really good. I'm excited to try this one again. It's been a while since I've actually had this little book, but I just remember liking it a lot when I did have it. So if you guys aren't aware what this is Little Book Chapter 6 from this year, and it's very interesting. So it's got a lot of different finishes on it, which I will read to you in just a minute. But it is 117.4 proof, and it's called To the Finish, and it's based obviously on finishing. This is a blend of a 4-year straight malt whiskey finished in cherrywood staves, a 4-year straight malt whiskey finished with in applewood smoke barrels, 4-year straight malt whiskey finished in hickory smoked barrels, 4-year straight malt whiskey finished with maplewood staves, and a 5-year Kentucky straight bourbon. And yeah, so that's what this one is. So young whiskey, sure, but it has like all of those notes and stuff from all the different finishes, and it's really intricate, and I think that people look past that because they're too busy talking about the age of it. So if you guys have had any of these whiskeys, please let me know what your favorite is out of all these ones I've had so far tonight. I'd love to hear what you guys think of like the limited releases this year.
Okay, here's his video.
Oh, very nice. If you, too bad I don't have them on the computer. I could have posted them up on the live stream. But guys, this one, like I said, a blend of basically 4-year straight malt whiskeys. So it will have a lot of malt in it, along with, it's not like a peated malt, but it is finished with a lot of smoked barrels. So that does give it a light smoky like taste as well. Oh my goodness. On the nose, there's so much like light fruit and honey and like a pear note. I get a lot of like apples, pears, light fruit, honey. It's like that. You can definitely tell that it's like a malty aspect in there as well. And there's also just like a hint of like that smokiness from like the smoked wood. But yeah, it smells fantastic. It's so interesting too. I don't get how people can dislike this. Even like, especially the people who are Scotch drinkers. I know some people who enjoy Scotch who didn't like this. I was like, just because it's 4 years old, you're gonna hate on it. Like, it's good whiskey. It tastes fantastic. Smells fantastic. I almost get like a little bit of pepper on here too, like a black peppery note. The notes on the tag here says charred oak intermingled with complex mix of savory and sweetness. That's for the nose, which, yeah, holds true. I'm going to go ahead and get it on the palate now. All those light fruits come through on the immediate tongue, like on the immediate front of the palate, but followed with that that honey sweetness on that back end, and just like a little bit of oak. It's not super oaky, but it does have a little bit of that oak in there. Also, a little bit of spice comes along with this one. Just like a little hint of like an allspice type esqueness to it. Overall, it's really good. So I can't complain about this one. It's not quite as rich and viscous as like a Booker's is, but still really good with that.
You're gonna have to open the window.
Are you warm?
I'm hot.
Go ahead, open the window. Lauren is
Look at how
hot in
swollen-
here.
Look at how swollen my foot
It's
is.
getting hot in here, so drink more whiskey. Yeah, guys, this little book definitely gets a good grade from me. If you guys are upset with paying for young whiskey, just don't buy it. Like, that's all it comes down to, because you're going to talk yourself into disliking it. But if you go into it with an open mind, like, it's good. I like it a lot.
Oh, it's just so good.
Why do you have your foot on the windowsill?
My foot is hot.
Goofball. Not to mention, guys, the presentation of this bottle, like the bottle itself looks really cool. The case looks cool. Like, everything about it is just like sexy, and it's got like a little wax and like pin thing on it. So that's really awesome. One thing I'm not going to be drinking tonight is the Brothers Bond cast strength, because I've drank that many times. You guys all know how I feel about that, but that will be in the end of the year blind, because it did come out this year and I really like it. So there's that.
When are we gonna email Ian Somerhalder?
And Paul Wesley, you can't forget about
Paul,
Stefan.
if you're watching this, ever since the TikTok baby came out, I can't look at you the same. So that's his own fault.
You can't look at him without picturing a little helpless baby.
I know, and I can't say anything because that's just gross. I'm sorry. That's your own fault. Don't have babies with people on TikTok.
He didn't, though.
Okay, well, he was there or something. He breathed on the woman. I don't know. It came out in reincarnation of. It's literally his doppelganger, like from the TV show. Oh my gosh.
What if it grows up to be look exactly like him?
Okay, that baby is old enough that that's what he's gonna look like.
I don't know.
Like, once
you don't know.
get,
He could hit puberty and just be totally not the same.
Really, like, once you're like a certain age, like your features are like your features. Like, you know what I mean? You can always tell if that's you. You might grow up and look like older, but yeah. Okay, you're being too weird with this. You covered me up. I'm supposed to be the show.
Oh, I closed it wrong. Anyway, guys.
I thought you were cool.
We are moving our way on to, I gotta say, one of my most prized possessions in the bar, apart from this one right here. But
don't lie to the people.
I'm not lying.
You don't come in the bar and go, oh my god, Lawrence. You go, oh my gosh, look at my whiskey. Oh my gosh, look at how much money I put on my whiskey. Oh my goodness. That's what you do.
Anyway.
You come in here and you sniff all your corks.
I do. Well, I sniff out of the bottle. I don't sniff the actual cork. But guys, this one is literally just like, I was so happy when I found it. And I found one of an equal caliber to this that I hope you guys are excited for, which none of you guys have any idea, but like, I have one that's literally on the same level as this, and I'm really excited to drink that and show you guys that one too. But this is Wild Turkey Master's Keep Unforgotten. So this one is a Burr Rye, a blend of bourbon and rye whiskeys.
We showed them the box and everything last time. Like,
yep.
You're just taking up my space right now.
I'm just. People like to see it. In case you guys weren't here last time and you're wondering, this is a blend of a 13-year-old bourbon and an 8- and 9-year-old rye. Then it is finished in used rye barrels. And yeah, so it's a Burr Rye, finished in rye barrels, coming in at 105 proof. And it is $200, $190. So I did not get to drink
Peter
it.
White's gonna rip you to shreds right now, right there. Yeah. I'm your possession? Yeah.
Okay. To be fair.
Exactly.
It's not what I meant. But anyway, guys, this bottle is just... look at the turkey on it. And the cork is like literally so heavy. I love it. And it's like wooden. Okay, guys, I hope you guys are excited for this. I know I am. Since Lauren got to drink it last week and I didn't.
You poor baby. You couldn't get your whiskey and I had to drink it. I'm just kidding.
But we're going to keep that here.
Oh, okay. Don't touch it. We got to shine the glass so it looks like the Lombardi trophy.
It literally smells so good. It's like, so it's sweet, right? It's got some like you can tell there's rye in there, but it also has like some like frostingy vanilla, like a sweet vanilla frosting type aspect to it. But it also has like these nice red fruity notes that I really enjoy. Oh man, it's just like very interesting.
What's the guy's name?
Which guy? Russell? Eddie Russell?
I don't like that name.
Yeah, so this is non-chill filtered, 105 proof. This is batch number 1. They actually have tasting notes here on the neck of the bottle. It says fruit, caramel, sweet oak, black pepper, and warm baking spices, which all track. Definitely very sweet on the nose, but it does have that spice in there, which I do really enjoy. But now we're going to get on the palate, and I'll let you guys know how that is. It's just like, yeah. You know what would be a really good video? And I'll probably do this on Patreon, or maybe I'll do it on YouTube. I don't know, actually. But a really good video of this would be comparing this side by side versus Wild Turkey 202, which is a blend of 101 bourbon and 101 rye. So that would make a Bur Rye roughly at that 101 proof, close to that 105 proof. This is really friggin' good. So a lot of spice there on the end of the palate, on the back end of the palate.
I want to go back to that comment.
Which one?
The last one.
Possession?
Yeah.
Why? I'm literally in the middle
because
of
it makes
reviewing
me
this.
laugh, and I'm just
Almost done with your bottle of wine over there, see?
You've just been talking about this
I hear
bottle
cheeks
for
warm.
so long. Yeah, because it's not.
That's because nobody has seen my review of this yet, and this is the only one they get until after the advent calendar.
Oh.
So.
I thought you were gonna put one out.
Well, after the advent calendar, I am.
Oh.
But the advent calendar doesn't
for
end for another week.
Then. Okay.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get another sip of this, and yeah, it's really good. It's like the perfect blend between rye spice and bourbon. It's sweet, and spicy, but it's not too spicy, right? It's not overwhelming by any means.
I feel like after you have grape wine, you can smell the spices more because it's spicy in grape wine.
Yeah.
But I feel like last week I couldn't smell the spices.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just like it's like a freshly baked like Cinnabon, like.
I want to say cinnamon.
Well, like it's got like that.
Something less.
Well, maybe not cinnamon.
Less,
well, it's just got that like,
just, like
frostingy.
Yeah.
It's got
maybe
that like
more just like a
vanilla frostingy, and spice mix, which is really nice. I mean, like it is really sweet, like a delicate sweetness though. It definitely has a lot of fruit in it. I would say like a jam of some sort. What?
I have a Christmas jam in the fridge.
Oh yeah.
That's like, yeah, it's got like, it's not grape, it's probably cherry, but it's got like cinnamon in it. Like it smells, like it tastes like spice, like baking spicy. Do you want me to go get it so you can smell it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, guys, this is really good. I mean, when I put out my actual review, I'm gonna sit down with this and really dive into it. But I am really, really happy I bought this bottle. And I gotta say, it's probably one of the most proud ones that I have in the entire bourbon bar. So, that being said,
what's your favorite bottle of the entire, like your entire shelf?
The entire shelf.
Yes.
I think we've been over this a few times.
Have we?
Yeah, I really like these middle three. That's why they're in the middle three.
Okay, but out of those three,
I don't know. It's hard. It's like choosing your favorite child.
You don't have a favorite child.
Exactly.
You're not hurting anyone's feelings.
You're hurting the whiskey's feelings.
The whiskey doesn't care. It still doesn't get drank.
Listen,
so
okay.
You don't feel love.
I have special connections to all of those. This one though is really friggin' good, and the
How
one
are
that
you gonna fit everything on that shelf?
the very, very, very special bottle that I bought in Chicago, I have a feeling that's gonna be.
Have you had it yet?
No. I have a feeling that's gonna be some of the best. Like, I'm very excited to try it. You guys, I hope you guys are excited to find out what it is. It's literally so cool. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Did you tell them what it was?
No.
Did you tell him what it was? No,
No,
seriously.
I'm serious. You can go back and look.
Okay. Yeah, guys, it's fantastic. But an hour and 30 minutes. I think it's slowing down here. So.
You think? You yelled at me.
Huh?
You yelled.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I did no such thing.
You finally eating your jelly beans? Which
The
one was
cranberry
that
one.
That one's so good, right? It literally tastes like cranberry jelly.
It does taste like cranberries.
Eat all those. Eat the mint one.
I'm waiting until I'm done with the whiskey for that. Actually, I'm almost done with the whiskey. I'm just going to finish these two up. If there's anything else that you guys would like to see here from this year that I haven't tried.
Bottle.
Huh?
We're gonna do a mystery bottle.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's already an hour 30 in.
Yeah.
I think 21090 is
You
probably
weren't
on.
gonna get it anyway.
That's not nice. I've been doing really good in the advent calendar. But that being said, I think it's time that we wrap this up.
Okay, I have a cup to clink today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have like 7 cups to clink, so I'll pick one.
That's true. I am going to put this bad boy back in the box because I really just like this box a lot. If there's anything else that you guys want to see me review, you have the next 2 minutes to put it in the chat for me to see it, and then I'll review it. But if you don't, I think that's about it, and we're going to wrap up this video. So, a nice short one tonight, so we can go and do all the other things that we would like to do. But
we're going to finish Outlander.
We're going to watch some Outlander, watch some Blackhawks hockey, probably record 1 or 2 advent videos for later this week, more like this weekend. But yeah, this is really good. A couple more people just joined. I hope they weren't looking forward to watching the
Top Shelf Dustin is in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did it come through yet? Hello.
Top Shelf Dustin, cheers, man. Thanks for coming in.
I still can't look
So I'm
at
hearing
that.
you love box. I'm not sure if he's meaning boxing or if I love the box of the wild turkey or I don't know. You're going to have to clarify that one, Dusty. Dusty, man.
Look at my mom just texted me and she's really mad.
Why?
Because we didn't tell her we were watching Outlanders and you sold the internet.
Well,
Sorry,
to be fair,
Dustin, I'm sorry you had to hear me yell at Holden.
to be
like
fair, we just listen, I wanted to tell you when we were there the other day, but Lauren was over here like, we can't tell them because what if we don't like the show and then we'd stop watching it and we don't want to hurt their feelings. And I'm like,
Holden didn't like it at first. And I was like, you have to get back to the first couple episodes, just like every show ever. And then it was like episode 3, and I went to go turn it off, and he was like, why'd you turn it off?
she's lying. I didn't like it for the first 35, 40-ish minutes
The whole first
in the
episode.
first episode because it was boring. She was just
That's
like,
because you have to start the show. Just like the Vampire Diaries is boring for the entire first season.
In
And
the
then you get to
Vampire
second season,
Diaries,
and it's fine.
he's literally a vampire who wants to kill her, and then his brother comes and attacks him all in the first episode. In Outlanders, she's just this guy who's driving around with her husband who's talking about history.
She has to, because otherwise you don't understand what happens when she goes and she sees all the things when they happen.
I get that now, but I'm just saying.
You could have guessed.
Well, no, I knew that. I'm just saying.
You really think my
It made it
mom
boring.
was gonna watch Outlander 7 fucking times and it wasn't a fantastic show? She would go to Jamie and Claire's home and tell them that they suck at acting before she'd watch it 7 times. And we both know that.
What? Anyway, Dusty said I just hopped on and I heard something about a box. It wasn't
This is
clear.
the box.
Yes, this box, I love, look how cool that is. Oh, shit. And then inside of it is a wonderful bottle of whiskey. But I like this box a lot. That being said, your 2 minutes are up. Oh, wait, no, Casey has a suggestion. Yeah, ha ha ha.
We saw some when we were in Chicago, but it was
Yeah.
like $700.
Casey said try some Magnus cigar blend. No, it wasn't 700. It was like 500 or 600.
Oh yeah, you said if it was $100 cheaper, you would have bought it, right?
Yeah, well, no, actually, maybe it was 400. I don't know.
I think it was 400. I think it was
It was
399.
400,
and
and I
you
think-
said that if it was $100 cheaper, you would have bought it.
Yeah, I think I would have bought it for 300, which is still overpriced. But come on, Magnus cigar blend, Top Shelf Dustin says, I like how the box matches her sweater.
Okay, you know, I was telling Holden this when we first got in here. This sweater is not that color.
It's like
It's
like a bronze.
brown.
It's bronze.
This sweater is like the color of like a light whiskey.
This
no, it's the color of the it's like this color,
no,
the EH teal.
It's more like a
way
bronze
closer
color.
to that.
It's like a bronze. It's literally bronze.
Looks like
And that
coffee after you put milk in it, and this is green.
Yeah.
But like it does. Like
it's
look
so
at it.
washed out on the
Look at it. It literally
definitely.
looks like the exact same color.
Shows how good my camera is, but
I think it's.
I have the green light to buy a new one, so awesome. Dustin says, I just got a cigar blend, batch 110. Disappointing. Really?
Oh my god.
What how much did you pay for that bad boy, if I may ask?
Holden wants the sample.
I'm
just kidding. He's not great.
I just want cigar blend because it sounds so good and I smoke cigars. So I would love to just have a cigar with it and just like sit down and like that would be awesome. I'm gonna have a cigar.
Wait, do they not have any at they don't have any at the cigar lounge?
Cigar blend?
Yeah.
Doubtful.
Really? Well, we've been there enough to know.
If they did, it would be like $30 an ounce.
Okay, but their drinks aren't overpriced at all.
I know, but they don't have to be. Their Blanton's alone is like $15 an ounce, and that's Blanton's.
Okay, but if you had never had it before and it was actually good, you probably would pay $15 for it.
Well,
whereas like you don't like it that much, so you feel like that's not.
I don't know. I've never paid that kind of premium price for a whiskey that was super popular, just because like I don't know, like I could get Stag or something for like $30 or $40 a thing, but he said I wrote a review. It was like telling my mom I no longer love her. Nancy was nice about my review. $280 for it. Dang.
Yeah,
dude.
so if you would have paid $400 and been $100 over.
I don't know who all's in the chat right now. There's 10 people and nobody's commenting. And I really want to show them what I bought in Chicago. But, like, I don't want everyone to find out.
No, you have to wait because this is Holden's splurge bottle. So if he doesn't make it to splurge on his advent calendar, he doesn't get to show anyone.
It was after taxes and everything. It was.
Don't tell people. Nobody needs to know. They'll figure it out once they see the bottle.
Expensive.
Yeah, expensive. Well, actually, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Really?
I yelled at him.
She did. She was pissed. But that's okay because I actually bought a different bottle for myself and I ended up selling it to Casey Tisler, who's in here. And yeah.
Wait, his name is Tisler?
Casey Tisler.
Why did I think it was with a T?
Tisler. T.
2 T's.
Titzler?
Yeah.
That's because sometimes I used to call him Titzler.
Oh.
Casey Titzler says Kentucky Takumi. I didn't buy a Casey, you know what I got. He's
trying to throw the crowd off.
That's true.
He's being a good
watcher.
My dad says Illinois has serious taxes. F them. I'm just kidding.
Well, taxes was like
it's like
$25 on top of what I paid.
It's like 7% down there.
It was like $25 on top of what I paid.
Yeah, I think it's like 7%. It's only $5.
Peter White says, let's see
5%.
them. I can show you the bottles I bought for Casey. I just can't show you the one I got for myself. Dusty says, we demand whiskey porn.
No.
I can give you whiskey porn.
Put it inside the Santa and like slowly dance it out.
I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You have 11 because I missed one.
11 more days.
Also, one of these, I wrote down the name brand and I didn't write down the bottle. And the problem is I think what happened was you didn't have the second version of it before I wrote it down. So I just wrote down the name because you would know what that meant. But I don't know if that's true, so I think I have to re-pour the bottle.
What the heck? I didn't have the second version of it when you poured it. That narrows it down.
To a lot of ones that you have more than one of?
No, I mean you...
You didn't have the Maker's Mark? You didn't have the Eagle Rare? You didn't have the...
I had the Eagle Rare. You put the Eagle Rare in the blind.
One? Maybe it's both. I don't even know anymore. It's been so long. I poured it like a month ago.
You put this one in the blind in like the beginning of the blind, and so that was the most recent one.
It doesn't matter. What about like the bookers? Like it could have been that. And I just
you poured these before you poured that though, or before I bought that.
I don't remember. So I
Derek says Illinois has serious
I
taxes.
already said that.
Bad Axe Bourbon is in the house. Cheers, Bad Axe Bourbon. Thanks for stopping in here. Love to see ya. Guys, Top Shelf Dustin and Bad Axe Bourbon both have YouTube channels, so make sure you guys check them out too. If I have any wrenches left in the chat, post up their links. Casey says some blackened, love me some Metallica. I don't have blackened. I've passed it many, many times. I don't know. I just like celebrity whiskey is a whole thing for me. I'll buy it if like I love the celebrities, or if I've heard that it's good whiskey, like Brothers Bond, which I know for a fact is good whiskey. If Fred Minnick says it's good, then it's damn good. But I don't know. I don't dislike Metallica, but like I'm not a fanboy of Metallica, so like I just haven't bought their whiskey.
I can't see Holden listening to Metallica.
True. Top Shelf Dustin said, I hope you get that Bardstown finished in Goose Island barrels.
We were gonna buy my dad a bottle of that for Christmas because we passed it, but we didn't because he already has the other one. What was the one he has? The Founders one.
He has Founders.
So we're like, and it was expensive.
$200, it was 150.
It was I would say it was not expensive.
I got the Goose Island, but I just didn't get
Which
the one.
Is that one.
This is just their staple from this year.
Oh, this isn't like one of the ones finished in a fancy bottle?
No, that was just their $12 one. I had the chance to get the one finished in the old Fitz decanter barrels and stuff like that. And I had the opportunity to get the 30th anniversary one, but I'm not one to pay $30 for a bottle of beer.
We went to
I'm not that good at beer yet.
Goose Island restaurant. They had one aged in Weller barrels for like $200 and some just for like a little cup like that big.
Yep.
Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so Casey wants some show and tell to see his bottles, his lovely bottles. I bought these, and they're both going to Casey Tisler when I see him next. But one of them, I've said this earlier on the live stream, but we got the Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered, batch number 1596, bottled on September 13th of 2022. So we got that Smoke Wagon there, which is cool. But in my opinion, the cooler bottle that I found for Casey is Angel's Envy Store Pick at 107 proof. It's an exclusive store pick. Comes with the little fiddly bit on the neck there, the angel wings. So yeah, 107 proof, finished in port wine barrels.
Can you answer Bad Axe Bourbon because he's funny?
Sure, so hold on. But, oh no, I dropped it.
Why would you do that? Oh, wow. Oh.
Okay, this channel is a family channel. Okay, but yeah, so got these both from Binny's. Great store. Love Binny's.
We paid 49 cents for our Binny's bags.
We did?
We went over this. You have to pay for bags in Illinois.
Oh, here's a receipt. I can look up what the prices of these were now. The Smoke Wagon was $80 and the Angel's Envy was $90.
Oh, I thought it was only $70.
No, you thought it was 80, but it's $89.97.
Whatever.
But
sometimes when I want something really bad, I tell whoever's buying it for me that it's like, if it's $79.99, I say, well, it's only like $70.
That's true.
I say that to Holden, and then he buys me whatever.
Bad Axe Bourbon says I'm late. What the heck is going on in here? Well,
you know what?
We drank
a bunch of shit. We're yelling.
We drank a lot of expensive whiskey tonight.
I had a whole bottle of wine.
I had Woodford Batch Proof. I had a couple of Booker's, Little Book, Maker's BRT02, and Wild Turkey Master's Keep all tonight. So it was a good night. I was drinking some good bourbon. Yeah, that's basically what the heck's going on. Dusty says he's teasing us with whiskey porn, but won't show us the goods. This is like a strip club with no nudity.
Well, there can't be nudity because we have liquor. Or is that just a Wisconsin thing?
What?
I'm pretty sure the full nude strip clubs can't serve liquor.
Do we not have any full nude strip clubs in Green Bay?
I have no idea. I've never been to a strip club.
Well, there's the Oval Office.
That's not a nude strip club.
And then there's Bean Snappers, but that's...
I don't know where Bean Snappers is.
That might not be in Green Bay. That might be like a country one.
Well, Peppermint Hippo is in between Oshkosh and Neenah, and I heard that's a bad strip club. Not like bad, like the girls are bad. Like they treat the girls bad. So it's like I don't think the Oval Office treats the girls good because like obviously a lot of the girls I went to high school with work there. I'm sure they're great. One of my friends does. She's a teacher now.
Oh.
So.
Peter White says Doc Swinson, alter ego, triple cask strength is worth a buy.
What's that? I never heard of it.
It's the one. It's kind of got like a black label with like colorful things on it. I watched Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans review on it, and it sounded pretty good. I've seen it at the store a few times. It's just one of those things that like I had other bottles that I needed to buy. I spent a lot of money on whiskey, so buying that was it is not on the list, I guess. Bax Bourbon says, thanks for the shout out, brother. For sure, man. I love supporting the people who come support me, so I'm glad to shout out you guys. Founders was Dickel. The Goose Island was 12-year Kentucky bourbon. Ooh.
Should we all bought it?
Dusty, honestly, I'm sorry to tell you, but I found out that I might like Dickel. I was in a one-on-one versus Independent Joe, who you probably know, and I rhymed there. And in that blind, he had given me Rare Hair, and I said that it was my favorite out of the lineup. And
okay, but if there's one thing we've learned from you being on YouTube is that you have a little bit different like favorites than a lot of the people.
That's true. A lot of people don't love Booker's, and I do. I think I just love like a nice peanut buttery like note, and that Rare Hair had a lot of peanut buttery aspect in it. I could tell that there's something funky in it, but there's something super peanutty in it, and that is really what I was voting for in that blind. But yeah, he hasn't opened his Founders yet, but when he does,
he hasn't?
I'm for sure gonna try it. Yeah, no, because I was gonna open it at Thanksgiving.
Maybe you should just go over there and say.
Maybe I'll have him on the channel, and we can open it on the channel.
You could do like you just need one more bottle, and you could do a 4 bourbon flight of just Bardstown stuff.
That's true.
That would be a fun one.
Which bottle am I gonna buy? Bardstown Disco 8 is everywhere. One. But it's $130.
And that was one that everyone said wasn't as good as 7, right?
No. They said it was good, but it's different. It's a little bit more spice forward and a little less my palate.
Which you couldn't do because my dad wouldn't drink the spicy one.
Right.
Okay.
And
well, we still have your mom's iPass. We could hike it back down there and go buy that Goose Island one.
True. But I've heard that Bardstown Disco 9 is supposed to be really good.
Oh, well,
so that's if I see that one, I'm gonna buy it.
There you go. So Derek, when he buys that, you're gonna have bring your whiskey over.
Dustin said I tapped out a $2.20 on a beer back when I made $15 an hour.
Holy cow!
I work 2 jobs that make significantly more than that, and I was out at $12 a beer. Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a lot of money for a beer.
Are you eating the peppermint one?
Yeah.
It's yummy, right?
It just tastes like gum.
Yeah. But
I don't like that.
Swallow it.
No. Not for me. Bad X Bourbon says we all have $1 bills. Show us.
Yeah, we're back to the strip club. Yeah, Holden, take your shirt off for us.
It's just like sitting down here in the corner, and it's like so cool.
It's literally like taunting Holden. It's like, show me.
It's like it's easily the coolest bottle that I ever bought. I mean, it's very, very close with this one, but the presentation of that one is next level. So cool. No dollar bills, only loonies.
What?
What is a loonie? Like, what does a loonie look like?
Okay. Because some countries still do like coins until they get like really high, correct? Can you answer me?
What? Well, a lot of countries do just paper for everything.
Oh.
A lot of countries don't have coins, I think.
Oh, I thought this said last time I went to the boonies.
Last time I went to the Benny's, I'm assuming he says they gave me a free box, 3 bags, and threw in a couple bottles of water for our drive home. Wow, you must have spent.
Nice.
That must have
been before Illinois started making you pay for bags because.
That's true. Money. Yep. Lots of toonies and strippers are rich here because you have to start with a fin and work up. Interesting. Oh, I can't remember what place it was, but my boss was telling me there's a place in Europe where strip clubs are or hookers are legal, and you actually have to be like really good at being a hooker and like go to school for it or something. And I was like, it's a thing, but the thing is, But the thing is, it's like a professional business, so you don't get like the nasty STD like hookers, and it's not like a gross thing. It's like a whole transaction.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, in Portugal, drugs are legal. It's just illegal to sell drugs.
They're just working their way through college.
To be honest, you know what? I'm poor because I didn't do that. So I'm not judging anyone.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
I would have
do
been
it.
a horrible stripper. I can't dance for people. I can't even dance for. I would have to be the one that like the goofy guys had to purchase because like I can't do things without laughing. And like if I can't show you my double chin while I'm taking things off, it's just not gonna work out.
When we kissed for the first time, I literally kissed her.
No, not the first time. Just after this.
The first time. It was the first time. We were on our first date. The date had ended. I kissed her in the car.
It didn't end. We were still in the car.
Okay, well, it didn't end, but I had kissed her in the car. And then, like, when I backed up, she just fucking started geeking.
Okay,
like, laughing.
like,
so hard. She was just like...
I was looking at him. Like, what was I supposed to do? Okay, imagine kissing,
and
like...
every time I kissed her after that, she laughed for, like, a solid, like, 10 seconds in between every time I kissed her.
Imagine kissing someone that you thought was super attractive, and you were like all giddy about it. What were you gonna do?
Well, not giggle.
You're just telling me that you didn't feel the same way I did on our first date. That's rude.
No, I'm telling you.
Rude.
What I'm telling you is that it made me feel very self-conscious.
Look at the last comment. It's just click to it. It's funny.
Didn't end. Bow chicka wow wow.
Oh my gosh, we didn't do anything. I promise.
We're children of Jesus. I'm a virgin.
We just were in the car. We met after Holden went to church, and then we met. We met in a
Lord knows
lot.
I needed church the next day.
Yeah, because we were gonna go bowling for our first date, but we met at this park at the parking lot of the bowling alley. But that bowling alley ended up being closed, and we didn't know. So we met, and then we like went to a different bowling alley, but we just took one car. So we had to come back to that bowling alley. So we were in the parking lot, and we were just hanging out in his car. We didn't do anything. Okay, it took a very long time for us to get home.
I'm a child of God.
Yeah, Holden is he's innocent. The worst thing he's done is finish a bottle of whiskey.
It's been a long time.
I think the last thing he finished was Elijah Craig's small batch.
Yeah, and it's not even finished. I have a sample bottle over there because I dumped the rest of it into a sample bottle so I could use it for my video. Speaking of, I need to do a short for Instagram so I can get paid.
We also need to make some more TikToks. I'm trying to find a good TikTok trend, but
I'm just laughing about this comment. It'll feel good if you pull it out. He's talking about the whiskey.
Yeah, wow. Okay, this is starting to sound
give you guys...
This is starting to sound like Outlanders.
I'm giving them a little teaser.
Holden! Put it away. That was the teaser. Put it down. Oh my gosh. Who invited him? This is why it should be the Lauren show. I should start a YouTube channel.
Okay, guys. Now you just gotta be quiet about that. Don't let any of the other people know.
Don't let any of the people watching the Advent know. They're gonna be disappointed.
Well, let's be honest.
Also, I really hope that he doesn't get to the splurge bottle because I'm so excited to put together a box
I'm not
to
getting
send
I'm not getting to the splurge bottle.
Okay, good, because I'm so excited to put
because I haven't been doing good enough. I mean, I got a couple bottles right, but like I need to like get a lot of bottles right to get to the splurge bottle. But I think we should put in some like a piece of so we'll put in probably a Glencairn. And I was thinking maybe a Badger State something or another because
I was gonna. Don't tell everyone my ideas. I have ideas.
It's going to be a really cool box. For those of you who are in here and you haven't been watching the Advent calendar,
you better start watching.
You better start watching.
Because you might win something cool.
That's true.
Not Holden. Lauren puts together. Okay? First of all, I would like to point out, Lauren made the Bourbon Bar shirt. Lauren purchases the Glencairns. This is the Lauren channel. Okay?
Well, Lauren's like my manager, and I'm like the star.
I'm your wife.
She's the star. That's true, but no, we're gonna have a really cool giveaway probably at the end of the Advent calendar. It's gonna be on live stream though, so realistically, if you guys show up on live stream,
you'll be able to join.
And it's gonna
It's gonna be
a free giveaway too.
I have to get the date. It's the 27th because my birthday's on the 28th.
And it's gonna be a free giveaway because that's part of the Advent thing. It's like a Christmas present.
I just thought of a good
idea. So it's gonna be basically It's gonna basically be show up to the live stream, be subscribed to the Bourbon Bar. And just comment in the super or not super chat, but comment in the thing like I'm in, and then you guys will get entered into the the gift. That's true. We definitely can. That'll be. Why is it a secret though? You can make it. Okay, now we're getting excited. You guys, there's some secrets. I mean, I don't know why they can't know this, but
because no one needs to know. I'm gonna be
Holland, they sit in the window for shopping.
Really?
Benny's was great. They gave us 2 shoppers. They carried our bottles out for us.
Okay, he's talking about a different store. Otherwise, he wouldn't have spelled it wrong twice.
Maybe.
I've had too much wine. I have the wine.
Because I don't know, Dustin. If you're talking about Benny's, it's Binny.
No, I think he's talking about a different store.
Okay, well that's. I just want to clarify.
Okay.
Because maybe he was talking about Benny's, but he thought it was Benny's.
I just feel like everyone on this channel knows more than we do, and I just feel like he's one of those people.
Yeah, they know more than we do.
I'm not even slurring my words. You just have hearing problems.
Right.
I finished my bottle of wine, so everyone who tells me that I'm a little bitch can look at this. I'm just kidding.
They went back and brought out Midwinter Night's Dram and ECBP. Yeah, they had, Benny's had Midwinter Night's Dram there too as well. So had the opportunity at that one, but I already have it. So unless you have been to a strip bar in Montreal, you have not been to a strip bar. In Montreal, eh? Is that the French people up there in Montreal? Is Montreal French? Is that the French people?
There's French people all over.
Well,
Canada,
I know.
but
No, they're in Quebec.
Yeah.
French people are in Quebec. Is it Quebec or Quebec?
Is Peter White still in the chat?
Yeah, he's right here.
Peter, has the money changed from Queen Elizabeth to King Charles? First of all, what is your opinion about King Charles? I don't like him.
Wait, what does Canadian have to do with...
Their money still has the Queen Elizabeth on it. Canada
Really?
is still a whatever of... Yeah, it's part of the Commonwealth.
Really?
So their money still is the Queen. But is it still the Queen, or has they changed to the King? It just disgusts me to say the King.
This chat right here is hilarious. Dustin says, we know what happens with children of God. They do it different.
Holden was a child of God. I am a woman of God because I didn't grow up in that.
I figure if we're talking about the most notable whiskeys of 2022, we can't forget about Dixon Deadman's Phoenix blend because this is some frickin' fantastic juice. So I might as well, since we're still here, I might as well have a little dram of it. We're going to be closing out very soon here, though. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. So, Bad Bourbon says, cheers, guys. Got a split. Thanks for coming in, though. I appreciate that a lot. Punny, Bad Bourbon. Night, Bobby. Bobby at Bad Bourbon. Can't spell it all. Same place we were talking about. Okay, yeah. So he's talking about Benny's. I told you. Peter White says, not yet. They haven't switched it over yet.
Okay, I was just wondering. So does that switch when, like, the inauguration happens? Wait, it's not called the inauguration. What's it called? Coronation. The coronation. I don't like King Charles. I don't like Charles. I don't like cheaters. Okay, sorry. That's my personal opinion. I watched The Crown, okay, but, like, I had an interest. I like anything that has drama around it.
That's true.
Yeah, but, like, how, like,
yeah, so...
Nobody cares about Charles. Wait, not anybody cares about Charles or the royal family like back in the day. Diana was a big deal, though. Yeah, okay, so I like Diana. I agree with everything that she did. Yeah, I don't like Charles. He's got those sausage fingers. They creep me out.
Yeah, when we went to Chicago and went to Benny's,
Holden's changing the subject.
I'm just reading the comment.
I'm trying to have a conversation with Peter, okay? You can go over there till I'm done.
We'll get back on that. I just want to tell Dustin, like, the Benny's, the one in the Loop is really nice. The one over by Goose Island, super nice. That case is like you can stand outside the case and choose from. They have a big selection. But the Benny's up by the Wrigley Field is also super nice.
It was a little smaller, but that's okay.
Yeah, instead of a cabinet, they had an entire room of allocated bourbon.
Was it smaller, or because the Benny's in?
It wasn't as spread out.
No, the Benny's in the South Loop or whatever it's called.
Yep.
It's got that big champagne tasting thing.
That's true.
That has nothing to do with any of the other spirits. I guarantee the rest of the store is the same size. You can't compare the whiskey selection to that one if it's the reason that one is so big is because there's a wine and champagne section. That's completely different. It would be different if it had a giant whiskey tasting section, but it doesn't.
I wonder, did anybody even see the bottle that I pulled out? I mean, like,
That's okay. You did a little. So I'm gonna watch this video back. I don't know who's gonna watch this video for 2 hours. Do people watch it for like a full 2 hours?
huh? No, well, Casey's been here all 2 hours.
Okay, but like Casey knows us. My dad's also been here for 2 hours.
I mean, sure, Kitty and Hang on AZ are usually here for most of the night.
I think
they're
left early
on
though,
21090.
before, yeah.
They probably had 21090s stream. Dixon should buy my bottle back. Boring $100 bourbon. I liked it. I thought it was awesome, but $100 is a steep price to pay.
Yeah. It was okay. I had it. I didn't dislike it, but I would never pay $100
Here's the thing.
for a bottle
I liked
of
it a
alcohol.
lot, but it was $100. That's my thing.
This
That's
fantastic bottle of wine cost me $12. And this isn't even my favorite. My favorite bottle of wine is only $11, but it's half my favorite because it's mixed with my favorite.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
But I'm just saying.
Like here, I like the whiskey a lot, but it's not something that I would repeatedly buy for $100. It's cool to have. It looks cool. The story's cool. The whiskey's good, but it's $100. So, yeah, I get what you're saying, Dustin. It may be boring, but it is good. Casey says, shit, Lauren. I mean, I killed a bottle tonight also. What did you kill, Casey?
Yeah.
Because he probably was drinking whiskey, I think.
Maybe it was just one bottle of beer.
Peter White says, not anybody cares about Charles or the royal family like back in the day. Diana was a big deal. Oh, you read that one already.
Yeah, I read that one.
Casey says, remind me to taste that 2XO next time I'm over, for sure. Yeah.
You can come over on Friday right after Holden and I get back from getting my nails done.
That's true.
But we'll tell you when we're passing like Appleton area and you can come over right away. Because I don't care.
Yep.
I'm going to have enough of him by the end of the day. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we have off
I'm
on
just
Friday.
kidding.
We're vacation on Friday. A vacation where we sit at home and watch Outlander. Peter White says, was a yellow box, though, I think. Not yellow. I'll give him a little
Holden!
sneaky.
You can't give everyone else to figure it
Hold
out.
on, no.
It's
He was
not
in
yellow.
here earlier.
Yes, but he can
Just
go
move your
back.
hand. Just move
He
your hand.
can go back. Holden.
I'm just gonna give these
You have
people
horrible listening
some
skills.
privilege.
Who taught you listening skills? I'm going to talk to your mother.
That's all I'm showing them.
I'm going to talk to your mother about your listening skills, and she's going to be so disappointed in you.
Well, I mean, not many bottles have that kind of. Not many boxes have that kind of finish on it. So maybe look at it. Talked about Dustin says, I was assuming it's Hardin's Creek. Incorrect. But you drank the bottle in 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's true.
So is that like a long time for wine?
I don't know. The wine that I drink is usually stronger than that.
Well, it says this Crimson Beauty is a marriage between two sweet favorites. Wonderful aromas of grape jelly and orange. Wow, and I don't like orange. Oh, but that's the Moscato.
Yeah.
I don't really like Moscato that much, but this is just like a lighter version of what I really like. A luscious mouthful of fruity bliss.
Justin says that 2XO doesn't mix well in Coke. Well, I don't think I've had a whiskey Coke.
Ever?
I've had it like once or twice, but only with like Jack or Kessler's.
When I first started dating Holden, the only thing he drank was rum and Diet Coke.
Captain Coke, not rum.
Yeah,
Admiral and Coke tastes like garbage.
Okay, well,
Captain
that's what I
Coke.
meant.
No, but I drank whiskey when we met.
No, but like when we hadn't met yet and we were just talking like over like the internet, he would send me like pictures of his like bedroom and he had like a couple bottles of whiskey. It was the Jeffersons, the Bullet, and I think you had like another like cheap bottle, like maybe it was like I don't know.
It was Jefferson's.
There was like
Bullet and
the Knob Creek.
The Knob Creek.
Yeah, so it was just like
the
a couple.
Knob Creek was flavored.
And he would be like, I really like this whiskey, blah, blah, blah. Because I would say, like, why you got a lot of bottles of whiskey like, in your bedroom? Like, who keeps whiskey in their bedroom? And then, like, he was like, well, you know, I like it. But then we met, and then, like, we started dating. And my family always went to this place called the Bourbon Room, okay? Which is, it's a restaurant. They have lots of good drinks. They have great old fashions, great margaritas.
And a
but
great
they
whiskey
have
selection.
Tons. If you check out, I think you posted on Instagram, too. Your Instagram and Holden's TikTok. He has, like, a video of what it looks like in there. It's perfectly it's a great perfect date night place. But anyway, My parents always went there, so we met there, blah blah blah. And then my dad, he wasn't like really into whiskey, and like Holden wasn't really into whiskey, but then like they kind of came together at the Bourbon Room and like it flourished, and now they're like it's just like I come home and all I hear about is whiskey, and I go to my parents' house, and if my dad's there, I bought this new whiskey today. You think Holden wants to try it with me? It's like, oh my goodness.
Yes. The answer
My
is always
parents'
yes to that
kitchen
question.
table is filled from one end to the other, like a
When we
kitchen dining
started
room
dating-
table. Like a dining room table filled with whiskey.
When we started dating, her dad or her parents had Russell's 10, which is
Which
good.
already is a good start because most people would be mixing their old fashions with like your parents do Kesslers
Right.
or
Yes.
like a Kirkland brand
But-
or like, you know what I mean? My parents were mixing it with Russell's 10. So
Then
it's
we
already
started
the-
dating. Between us dating and them watching Outlander and liking like the Scottish
Scotches.
whatever.
My dad does have a lot of scotches. He's got like probably a good.
Probably 50-50
Yeah.
for Scotch bourbon for your dad, but more actually no, it's probably 70-30
okay,
for
so, like,
Scotch bourbon.
They want to go to Scotland, so like they're trying to get into that. So like that's where the Scotch thing is. But the bourbon thing is my dad really likes stuff that has like a good story to it. So like celebrity whiskeys are like really big to him, and not because they like taste so amazing, but because he loves the story behind stuff. So like I guarantee he'd like Larceny just because of the story behind it. Nothing to
true.
do with the whiskey in the bottle.
Yeah.
That's like where my dad gets the whiskey thing from.
That's true. He
But-
loves the history and the story and all that kind of stuff. And if the whiskey's good, that's a plus. But he's buying it for character and like obviously he likes good whiskey too. But if it's cool story, you bet he's got it. But Peter White says it looks like Glenn Joan.
Looks like gynecologists. Whatever, $25.
Dang it! I had to sneeze. It didn't come out.
Oh, I
anyway.
thought you were trying to figure out how to say that.
No.
God bless
I
you.
definitely had to sneeze, but it wouldn't come. Looks like a Glen. Either he's trying to say Glenmorangie or he's saying Glennoin. Glenjoin.
How much have
Glenjoin.
you had tonight, Peter?
Glenjoin. $25. It is not that. Top Shelf Dustin says the only other guess would be Rabbit Hole Random Oak. It is not that either. I really want to show them so
No!
bad.
Look it, everyone tune in on December 27th and you'll find out.
That's true. Top Shelf Dustin says, well, I use Diet Coke. I don't need that sugar. Me too. I am a very severe dieter. I never drink calories
Actually, so
unless it's whiskey.
like, and people who say that diet soda isn't as good as regular soda, like,
fucking
get your
lying.
head out of your ass. Yes, it tastes different, but I mean, god dang, open your palate up a little bit. It doesn't taste bad. It just tastes different. Like,
Do you know that diet soda gets you drunker than regular soda?
is it because like less sugar?
Yep. The sugar combats the alcohol in normal soda, and since diet soda doesn't have it,
See,
you get
there's a reason.
drunk
Nobody wants
faster.
to go to the bars and have to buy 10 drinks to get drunk. They want to buy 5 drinks to get drunk, so you save money. See, we're just trying to help you people. I'm just kidding. I doubt any of us are going out and just going out to get absolutely hammered, except for me and Holden. And
Casey.
probably Casey. But let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Casey's not
Casey's
buying-
hammered right now.
Casey's not buying mixed drinks. either.
Casey's totally part of TGIT for sure. He says, was just some honey whiskey making room for those bottles you got me? Hey.
My
Good,
parents
good
like
man.
honey whiskey. We went to this place and you skipping past. I have things to say.
Honey whiskey is...
Casey, Holden's not in this car station. So we went to this place in Boulder, Colorado, I think it is. I have a T-shirt from it I could show you, but they had it wasn't like a big distillery. It was a little one. It was like a
Right.
tiny distillery. So they had like a couple kinds and like a couple like White Dog whiskeys. But one of the ones was a honey whiskey. My parents bought it. They say it tastes good. I don't like honey whiskey though. I forgot what it was called though. It was in the mountains though, so it's still a cool experience. Again, the experience thing. What are you
Yeah.
doing? Did
Just
you get
opening
that
a
this
bottle
year?
that I... Yeah.
Oh.
Opening a bottle. I
Okay,
haven't
next
even
one.
opened
We
it.
can go Oops.
Honey whiskey, if there's any kind of flavored whiskey that's probably decent, it would be honey whiskey because...
I don't like Jack Honey. Is Jack Honey supposed to be good?
Well, that's like really... yeah, I mean like...
So
It's
someone told me to
flavored.
mix Jack Honey with Sprite, but maybe it's because I don't like Sprite.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't drink a lot of flavored whiskey, but if I had to choose a flavored whiskey, it'd probably be like a honey whiskey because they're usually a bit lighter and not as obnoxiously sweet. And I don't like things too sweet, but... Top Shelf Dustin says if you don't have any floor whiskey, fail.
What the heck is floor whiskey?
Maybe whiskey that...
Like bottom shelf whiskey?
Either that or like you have too much whiskey that you don't have room on your shelf. You have to start putting it on the floor. I'm almost to that point.
That's a good point, yeah.
I'm very, very close.
But we're gonna get like
So-
a good shelf, I think, for you once we move out of here. I just like don't
Yeah.
feel like spending any money on this bar until we have a place that we're
We-
gonna be living in for a couple years.
Yeah, we're getting a house very
because
soon.
we want to buy a house at least before we're married, just because I'm not going to be having to go through purchasing a house, finishing up the wedding, and wanting to go on my honeymoon all in the same amount of time.
And my whole purpose for getting a second job, apart from being able to do YouTube without suffering, is I want to buy a house.
Yeah.
That's my number one.
I want just like a cute little house.
Important
like
thing.
a tiny, like a cottage house.
And I want a house that's a good size that I can have a 2-stall garage and a bar and storage and a basement.
I just want like a pointy little house with a fireplace.
I'm a lot more needy than Lauren is when it comes to.
I want like a quaint little like, like I just want like a little like that's what I want.
Yeah, I don't know. I prefer.
I'm a lot cheaper than Holden is. Look at this collection of shit. You want to see what my collection looks like?
I have
a bunch of pillows, some shoes. I actually do really like shoes. But shoes are way too expensive for me to justify purchases. Like you can drink your whiskey, spend money on whiskey, and drink it,
YouTube with
and
whiskey?
and not finish a bottle. But like if I bought a pair of like red bottom shoes, they're ruined after the first wear.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't justify that. But like I like looking at them.
Yeah.
What's the next comment?
Hold on, scroll up.
I know. Okay. Yep, a ninja could not get through my bar without knocking up. Yeah, that could be us. That could be us, Holden.
We're literally about 5 bottles away from having floor whiskey. I mean, unless I double up, but like this is the presentable whiskey. I'm already doubling up on all the Buffalo Trace bottles back here, but
do it. No, we're not. 27th at 6 p.m. and you'll find out. Okay. It looks like blood. It's not.
It's not Blood Oath.
This was the one that we were looking for when we were in.
Blood Oath.
Yeah. Okay.
Blood Oath Pact 8. It was finished.
That's what I thought. I'm not trying to say it. I was saying it, but both G's are hard. Okay. I think he's talking about. Yeah.
Glenn Goyne. Both G's are hard would be Glenn Goyne.
Never heard of it.
I never heard of it either.
Glenn going more or less. We don't know because we have never had it. Next.
Never had it.
I can't wait till those 2 whiskeys. Can't wait to try those 2 whiskeys on Friday. Casey, you're gonna try more than just 2 whiskeys on Friday. Why are you kidding yourself?
That's true. I just want to show them.
You're gonna try at least 50. I'm just kidding. 4.
I'm just gonna give them a quick flash. Okay.
Okay, Holden, put the damn thing down. If you don't put the damn thing down, I'm gonna shut off this live stream right now. Okay.
Here, I'll give you guys a hint.
Holden!
No, it's really fucking heavy.
Stop!
It's heavy.
Okay, anyone who knows me, when I say that Holden can't keep a secret, this is what I mean.
No, see,
He'll tell you all day long he can keep a secret. If it's really, really important, maybe, but this he cannot keep.
If it's a secret that's not mine, or it's a secret that's really important, then I can keep it 100%. But if it's something like this, like...
I've heard the drama that you've spread, honey.
That's different, though, because...
It's still someone's secret. It could be my secret.
But, it's something that, they didn't tell me, oh, don't tell anyone. It's something like, don't tell so-and-so I said this, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so Buffalo Trace is not, one of those things that I'm waiting for my wedding day on. It's just, I found this one recently, and I hadn't opened it yet. This is a small batch, E.H. Taylor. I've already had the single barrel here for a while.
Yes. Every time we go to Chicago, we pass the mellow corn, and I've literally never seen it in Wisconsin, but you told me that's everywhere.
No, it is.
When the it's corn thing went around TikTok, I told the woman, buy a damn mellow corn so we can do that TikTok, and you never did, and then guess what? We missed out. You guys probably don't know what that means, but there's a little boy who was singing the song about how much he loved corn on the cob on TikTok, and it was super cute, but it became this big whole thing, and it was a song, and it was really funny. Keep wanting a house, but then there's whiskey to buy. Holden's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to keep Holden's credit card in my wallet for a very long time before he can afford whiskey again. Because Holden
debit card. I don't use a credit card.
He's a spender.
I only spend money I have. I don't use credit.
But he's still a spender. I can't wait to try it. Honestly, I've never had an age store pick. I think he has any store pick. Either way, Holden's got tons of those.
Store picks? Yes,
store
but
picks.
How
about on Friday, you come over right after I finish my nails, I'll pour you both the same glasses, and you guys can talk about them, but you won't know what it is.
Casey,
so that way Holden doesn't have
a video on Friday.
Okay, that's fine. But then Holden doesn't have a an advantage against you, and you guys can talk about it, and then I'll laugh at both of you afterwards.
What a short girl.
It's in my hand.
Okay. So general consensus, after I smell this, the E.H. Taylor single barrel
My mom says it's Breckenridge, but she's wrong.
is literally
Because Breckenridge is the big one.
10 times better than
You're not answering.
E.H. Taylor small batch. What are you saying?
My mom said it was Breckenridge.
What's Breckenridge?
The whiskey, but
What
Breckenridge is the
whiskey?
honey one with the
Oh,
sugar.
the honey
It's
one.
not, because Breckenridge is the big one, isn't it? The big one in Colorado that you can buy at like the store. This is not. I'm gonna go find that T-shirt. It's not Breckenridge.
Breckenridge is the one.
It can't be
It
Breckenridge.
just says Breckenridge on the bottle, but
Yeah, but it can't be.
they have a lot
Breckenridge.
of different kind of.
I don't think if I've been. Doesn't it have like a big fancy distillery though? Because that's the one Nathan went to, right? And
Probably.
he wasn't.
I think so.
I'm googling it.
No means yes, and yes means children of God style.
Have you guys ever heard the song "Blank Me and the Blank" because I love Jesus?
F me in the A because I love Jesus.
You didn't heard that song before I
No.
showed it to you.
It's a whole ass song.
The
and the
therapist,
chorus like
the-
F me.
the therapist from Wednesday is the lady who made that. Yeah, there's another girl too.
Like an actress
Okay,
in it or the one
yeah.
who made it?
Okay, so there's
same
two
person?
girls. Do you know the shy girl that Raj dated in Big Bang Theory?
No.
Okay, well it's that girl and then the therapist from Wednesday, and it's F me in the A because I love Jesus. The good Lord would want it that way. It's like something like that. It's such a funny song. We always listen to it in high
That's
school.
true.
Yeah.
Guys, this E.H. Taylor single barrel is
Okay.
literally hold on.
Robin, it's not this place. This is the main one. We didn't go to this. That's it.
Anyway, this E.H. Taylor single barrel is literally at least 5 or 6 times better than the single barrel. The single barrel is 5 or 6 times better than the small batch. I mean, the small batch is a neck pour, but like, holy shit, the single barrel way better. It's kind of disappointing because like I just got the small batch. Breckenridge?
No.
Wait, Scotland?
No.
Wait, what? What was in?
The distillery in Colorado. I'm trying to look
No,
it
I
up
don't
and I
know.
can't remember. I just told you what it was called.
I wasn't listening.
Holden. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eagle River. Eagle River's in
Eagle River's
Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin. We're at the 2 hour and 20 minute mark.
Guys, where is the Stanley Hotel? Someone needs to tell me before I can't remember.
See, Dustin says he's heard the corn song. You're
Thank
aging.
you.
You're aging them way too
No,
much.
I'm not trying to age people.
What's it
It's
called?
just
The what hotel?
the Stanley Hotel. Where is that? Estes Park. I don't need to tell me.
Because you saw it on the computer.
No, I didn't. I just remember.
George Dickens says it does New Belgium, not New Belgium. It is Estes Park.
Estes Park. The Bourbon Trail Distillery, Estes Park Distillery, Rocky Mountain. None of those places are ringing. Alpine Trail. It's not that.
Guys,
I'm gonna have to find
Elkins.
maybe.
Your dad says
anyway,
Elkins.
Yeah, it was Elkins. Derek, you're correct. Robin, you're wrong. Sorry, mother.
Top Chef Dustin says I've heard small batches have been getting worse and worse.
Wait, which one
That's
is the small
interesting.
batch?
This one.
And this is the one you've always had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This one doesn't.
This one
This
has
one
got so
smells-
much sweetness and
This
red
one
fruit.
literally smells 50 times better than this one does.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is like severely. I'm like, oh, another E.H. Taylor, nice, but like, this is so disappointing compared to this. This is literally like really good, and I'm not a Buffalo Trace fanboy at all. You guys know that.
Me
like,
either. I don't like Buffalo Trace. I'm definitely a Woodford person.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite. Where's the Woodford? Is that in Kentucky?
Mhm.
We should go. I'm gonna Google how
We're
far
gonna do the
away it is.
Kentucky Bourbon Trail.
Do you think that would be more expensive than going to Italy for a honeymoon? I think it would be.
Are you saying go there for a honeymoon instead of go to Italy?
Okay, well, I'm only saying that because honestly, like when it comes down to like money wise, we really should pick the cheaper option. But if we go to Italy, we don't have to spend 1 cent of gas.
Here's the thing: Kentucky Trail, cheaper than Italy. depending on how much whiskey I buy.
Yes, and we'd have to pay for the gas the entire way, and we don't know what gas prices are going to be in 2 years. Italy, we have to spend zero money on gas because it's all train. It's like going to Chicago.
Yeah, but we have to pay for taxis.
We might. I don't know if we're going to have to.
The train will only take us to key places.
The train takes you to the middle of each big city. The cities aren't big there. Both? I've tried your regular one.
Tried the small batch.
Because okay, every time you Google a city in Italy, it's like a small area. It's just so much packed into one. It's smaller than Chicago because it's old.
Here's the thing about. So we went to Tennessee. Costed like.
It was $300 per person, I think you said.
Yeah, for gas in total.
Ooh, that tastes like broccoli.
Taste this one. Wait, hold on. Have some water first. So yeah, so it was like $300 to Tennessee, so Kentucky's closer, but you'll be driving across Kentucky, so that'll be like we got like a solid like $300 or $600 bill on the gas, and then a lot of distillery tours are free. Some of them cost money, but then you can like literally bottle your own. Like we can bottle our own thing and label it Holden's and Lawrence Bourbon.
Yeah, true.
And we can go to every distillery.
But maybe that's just a trip we do after.
I think so.
I just feel like our honeymoon needs to be something big.
Do we have any vacations planned this year?
No, and I don't think we should. And I do think that our next vacation outside of our honeymoon should be to Colorado.
That's true.
Because because I love going to Colorado. I love going to Colorado so much.
The thing is, I think that by the time we do go to the Bourbon Trail, I'll be a lot bigger on YouTube, and I'm going to vlog it.
Plus, imagine we went to the Bourbon Trail and we have a child that's 21 that could go with us.
Okay, we're not waiting.
I'm just saying that would be so fun. Imagine bringing like your baby to do stuff like that, and you love that.
So what do you think about
children, just
what do you think about that one compared to this one?
Well, this one goes down a lot easier than that one does. That one to me tastes like broccoli, like raw broccoli, not even the good stuff. I mean, who just goes around eating raw broccoli?
Dustin says all my small batches have been pretty close to single barrels. Interesting. Joe Dickinson said I just went to Louisville for 2 nights and spent over $1,000. But you probably bought a lot of whiskey, didn't you?
So yes, we were going to Italy because I just calculated our Italy price. It's going to be less.
We spent $2,000 in New Orleans.
Yeah, for a week.
Well, yeah, I know, but we had to fly there.
Yes, but...
And buy a rental car.
Yeah, but we're not going to have to buy a rental car. So we're going to be saving how much money?
Yeah, but his $1,000 was because he bought just probably every whiskey that he saw.
Which you do already.
Not everyone. I only buy the really important ones.
That's a lie. You tell me everything's important. Once we see it, you're like, I've wanted this one for so long, even though you haven't...
This one and the one down there...
honey... I've heard you talk about that one time. I've obviously heard you talk about this one for years. So this one I understand. I've heard you talk about that one once.
Multiple times. Multiple times.
Once.
I've definitely said it multiple times.
It's been one time. One time, enough for me to remember the name of it.
You know what it was, though.
Well, I know what it was, but...
I
wouldn't have known that they had that unless you told me one time.
I would choose that over probably everything except for BTAC and that Master's Keep.
What else is there?
A lot. There's a lot.
Okay, well, that I don't know of.
Knob Creek 18, Elijah Craig 18, Michter's 10 or Michter's 20 year. There's a lot of good whiskeys out right now, but I chose these two, and these are the two that I wanted for a long time. Joe Dickinson said I was trying to save money, Dustin, and Dustin says, so was I, Joe. Dustin said I spent $250 on dinner last time I was in Louisville. We spent $100 on brunch in Chicago this weekend.
We did? $100? After
107.
After tip, though. That doesn't count.
It counts.
Yes, but if they were really shitty people, we wouldn't have tipped them that much. So.
But they weren't.
I know, but
we spent $107.
I don't count tip when I'm spending the money because to me the tip is like, I loved you so much that I'm going to give you this extra thing so you can go love someone else more. To me, once you add the love into it, that doesn't count money.
Either way. But guys, I think it's about time we close out the stream. We've been on for 2 hours and 24 minutes now.
Why are they talking about Mormons?
We ate some dive BBQ places downtown. Wasn't my call, but we went to Mormons.
Oh, is it a restaurant or something?
Oh, correct. they're autocorrecting. But guys, I think that's the end of this stream. I drank a lot of whiskey tonight. I have not eaten nearly enough for this.
Holden had like 10 cookies. Don't let him lie to you.
I have not. But anyway, Joe Dickinson says I only spent half of that on bourbon. So yeah, $500. Well, yeah, between bourbon and food, that's not bad. Especially if it's like a vacation. You know, we spent $2,000 on New Orleans, and we only bought 2 bottles of whiskey.
Yeah. Well, you kind of have to. If you don't get a hotel room that has like a kitchen in it, you have to pay for dinner every single night.
Right.
So it kind of just happens.
Yeah. But Morton's is what he's trying to say. Interesting. I've never heard of it. But I'm sure it's good.
Oh, it's not on here yet. Wait till the next comic.
Peter White says KC 18 is okay, not one to tater on. Not in the same stratosphere of Michter's 20. Interesting. So if you love the bourbon, it's free. I
mean it more like if you love someone and you buy, like, I love Holden, and if I bought him up, like, for Holden's birthday, I got him, like, a bunch of stuff, right? I got him the Dragon's Milk. It's not like I spent, how much is it on it? How much is it on it? $50, right?
50, yeah.
It's not like, I don't feel like I spent $50 on it because I love him so much. It's more like I got him a present for his birthday. It didn't matter the price on it. But, like, if Holden's just going to the store and coming home with 5 bottles of whiskey, that's completely different. Do you love whiskey as much as you love the person that you're with?
But the thing is,
do you love whiskey as much as you love your mom?
The thing is, I would not be buying these bottles if I didn't have YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd be buying these two because they'd be super rare and they would be, like, I wanted them for a long time. But, like, most of these, I wouldn't have. I mean... I
think my wine is wearing off.
I'm sorry. Have some whiskey. But I think it's time we clock out here. Dustin says Michter's 20 is wow good. That is the King of Kentucky rule. That and King of Kentucky rule. Yeah, I wish I could find a cock. King of Kentucky. I wish I could find a KOK. But guys, thank you so much for staying on the live stream. Maybe I should show you this bottle in appreciation. No, definitely tune in on the 27th. We'll be going over that bottle. But thank you guys
for all... The 27th is going to be a special episode. Make sure you tune in.
It's likely going to be the giveaway episode.
Well, you will stop stealing all my lines. It's going to be a special episode with a giveaway. You're going to find out what Holden bought. There's going to be more things given away. The end of the year, it's going to be fantastic. We should wear New Year's Eve clothes. I'm going to wear a shiny dress. So if you guys aren't here, that's your own fault. Holden! That might also be involved. I'm just kidding.
I have Knob Creek 12. It's very good. I love it a lot. I like Beam products. Dustin says I love the whiskey more than people. People don't like being courted.
Oh, wow. I'm so glad you're comfortable enough to share that with us.
Thank you for that. I like that. Yes. But guys, thank you so much for coming in. I love having you guys on here. This is a great time. It's been a great time. And we've had some good whiskey. The best probably being Woodford and then the Booker's 2022-02. But I guess we'll find out at the end of the year blind and my best of 2022 video. But guys, thank you all for coming up. Check out
such a good idea. We're gonna come up with Peter. We're gonna come up with a special game to play that day.
That's true.
So it is gonna be a fun time. If you guys don't show up, that's your own problem.
So the 27th will be a great video. But I mean, the next video, which is the 20th, will also be a good live stream because they're all good, and I hope you guys come to those as well. But thank you all for coming.
I'm gonna be late next week.
Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and yeah, check out 21090 and anyone else who's streaming tonight. And we will see you all in the next class. I'm not saying Merry Christmas because this isn't the Advent video. But we'll see you all in the next class.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. TGIT.
Holy wowzers.
Wow. That was good. Cheers, everybody. Thank you.